so moye saa ma amanyofo ase wo mu nenim nyansa chen nyina moye saa o enti amanyoni ka bibi na wo fact check amanyoni na wo fu soja wo nti ase. And that's why I come to the 24-hour market. 24-hour market. For videos in Ibito. More year 24-hour market. What ye bubu baby at the year 24-hour market. What you know why we say na dia same granny. Ye bubu ye de 24-hour eja. Tie ha answer na be build market no so obeye dwuma say e wo Dubai kejetie Dubai no on the average time ben ye pon kejetie Dubai mi bu so on the average time ben na ye pon time ben kejetie Dubai ye pon time ben everyone say be 10 11 no matter to join ankasemu na omo pie ni pie. Phase 2 kejetia phase 2 ye ntimi nye bra Facebook na be hwe any TV so ye bubu dan aha ye keep ko so baby ye bu dan the ababa ye 24-hour market ejoma atese 24 hours ubetimi mpanifo na ya na motena ase mpese mbusa motena ase a eya na de be pa na ya na ehyeda motena ase ya na sanyoma we mukeka bom ya mpese mtia eya na adan menti ase me pese mbusa eni de kwan so say 24-hour market ye be ye dwoma 24 hours no ye be komudwa mi busa o ejomra yeti Ghana for time ben ye kofi mumusa time ben ye kofi the number of people are omutina kejetia ana ejejom ana bobroshi market no edura nyumra what is the volume ya calculate enti se wo be ye 24-hour market ewo asokwa na metie dwoso o si say enwumre na street light kura anya adwuma enwumre street light anya adwuma enwumre a kromfo enenam system ni mu enwumre a policefo omu swanti no this a main street no mu wo enwumre a most of the Ghanaians say no omote new sites asa new site no about time bi na wonti wo fie a ye betimi aba be hwiawo anaso betimi ahia we praw gese bia abobo ya bi na de wo kɔ pragea bi na de wo kɔ ufie no you are saying say nipa no aye nim Ghana fo on sorry free ho na ombra 24-hour market mu ede ne de be ya yese ye be ya hospitals e was our market ni mu ye the police for be basa market ni mu ene ye be sa ye bank e was our market ni mu muntie o ye the security for be basa market ni mu ye the hospitals e be basa market ni mu near the bank enso abasa market ni mu 24-hour market ene ayeti hei ye wo internet system enti mia meti hei menkai the last time me call bank se me ne bank for ekodi inkita ho because de me pesa me wo bank bia no say ye 2 am or 3 am na me pesika me time me phone ya metimi ayi saa sika no ana metimi a transfer saa sika no me wo kada se me pese me yi bibia metimi aye without going to the bank ene even susu say susu for no wa wutimi to susu using mobile money muntie o nkofo amo ye ka bibia mo ntia ase no 24-hour market na mo pese mo ye no ebe wie na baba ye white elephant ebeba be da ho saa te se dwoma aka no enti o pa kire se si eye agenda 111 na eno no boa 24-hour operations than a market, because the kind of market me hwe bibi de omo betonton no ho te se no me hwe ye nyoma na o mayi ye e wo ho nam se enti wenti na mo ye 24-hour market no me ba be bo a kire mo me ba be kire mo me ba be bo a kire mo me be kire mo de enyoma o mo se o mo be ye no wo 24-hour market nim no me baba be ya kire. I thought say na something so different. Monko corner so na mo ye can say munyi mami. I want you to look at 24-hour marketing in your mind. Omo be ye trading infrastructure. Te say the KJT o ma ye na lockable shops, open store, food court, warehouse, cold store. Baby ebe ton nam, baby yebe ton moi, ye baby ebe supermarket. Na KJT Dubai ne bi ni ho ana. De mo pesa mo ton no, NDC 4, any mo pesa mo 24-hour market me busa mo. Enti wo pa kire say, sa market no, ye wo atonsu market, ye wo market bebre wo ho esi nwurem. Ye wo crop from market. Esi nwurem. Ye wo KJT Dubai baby kura sai eno kromu nya nwie ye. Ye wo first two marketer. Ye hia sa nyoma na e wo ho. Eno no ye se enye. Ye be ye marketer enam ne ho ahwan. Ansa na ewie a ya ye banking service Women Development Bank. Women Development Bank. Ye se be be bank foforo. Ye be pharmacy, ye be clinic, ye be daycare, ye be restaurant, ye be gymnasium, gym. And na ye wo ba kwa security, safety, police for ne na sefo. Me pese me busa. What is so unique about them? Me pese mo yi. Me pese me busa. E dey pa na ye unique about this market. Because uko KJT banks ni KJT ane dada. KJT Dubai no, banks ni ho. Me busa aban KJT Dubai ni phase 2 ya afekire ni sia yenya nwie ye no enti banks ni ho ana 2 ye ma me adwomfo na obi busa me say na ye ma me nim gisika na omu de bekɔ he enam se musi you don't even think deeply enti ye say ye ma me nim omu odwom no ekwan be so no omu fa so e de omu sikasie me busa o ye na obusa me say na obi di dwa ebeya den na or pe banko di akọ enam se ye ma menum omu di dwa no ekwan be so na sesia na 24-hour marketing nya maaye no omu fa so di dwa me bu so ekwan be so no fa so di dwa enye susufo ya no mu na mu ye were a lot of rural banks wo ho me sa women bank no me support you dada de nyina wo be the women bank amomu bosia anti abaining timine banks ahodo no enkreti portfolio a loan specific for women's bank hwe amanyofo ho se mo dwini bibi ho a eya amumu ye kakra but minim say mu NDC for ne be support sa anyoma nti o kan we ye mu ntie because ye ya ba betena ha ye hu experience say asem bi ba na ye kan ho asem na nkofo ntie a ebeduru ba bi no na be problem afi no make say Nana Jantuah say wo kan sa asem no women bank na ye be de emfaso ne wo so women's bank ye be nya sika ne de ama emma enti rural banks ni ntimi nye enti Ghana commercial bank on ntimi nye Ghana banks no ADB ni ho ahwan mu na ye Ghana banks no ye ntimi momu create another channel eno no a specific loan for emma mo de Maslock buy Maslock in afechire ni si women's bank say ye ma emma yi because women's bank nya ma yi ye ma me no mum kwaje bosia me buso women's bank enya mba yi ekwan be so na ye ma me nom efa so kwaje bosia ena me de ba foma mo ati nyoma bi ase Yama minimum mutie enti Women's Bank ni nyama se Emma Bank no mo nkwaje bosia. Rural banks no omo ma bosia. Omo ma bosia. Yes, beboka asa a new bank. Well, bra, you don't need you need an existing bank. And your money be walk now. Post office be brebe ya sunim fasui. Post office over kono Ghana Post no. Eto de bia omunim ebi wo ho adwuma no mu ye no. Enti wo facilities dada no. Ubetimi atwa ba bia specific say Esan said this, so we call Ghana Post because Ghana Post ni GCB. Ewo be bia. Ubetimi a leverage say mo office no. Ye will be in charge of women's loans, specific women's loans. Na issue no. Muntimi fa nye maslock. Maslock ye ma bodwe ya. Se mo ye ni ye na mo ani sa sika na. Sa sika na opeso di bia another bank. Eko bie esi dan foforo no. Ubetimi di ama maso no mahwe ni yie na motimi asave enti wonko sei sika enye sa ade no de opesa wo ye no market ni mu ebi wo hodada de tie ne se Ghana ni nsori ahom ayi se wako ni fie na watu ka se oba kejeti abetontos because enyoma na mo pesa mo ka no ene cold stores wo ba bia ene pharmacy e wo ba bia pharmacies e wo ba bia pharmacies ken bebia ebi wo ho. What do you do in the 24-hour economy? 24-hour economy there wo ye ne say wo ye nhyehyeye ni yia na nipa ni nim se otena se anwumre akromfo ene kura mobile money anopa kura akromfo owiaye mobile money o mobile money ahomache ene awia akromfo timi bewiaye ye adwena anwumre a ye nye ready police for me say police for omu ye say mebu so aban 24-hour economy no police for me ye say hwe ye kan say ya munyi politics ni mfiri mani so na muntie nyoma na ye ka no say ye boka hunu keke ye boka ehunu keke eno me kan nyoma mienu e-blocks Yewra John Mahama can say by 2016 no aye 200 e-blocks Yewra Mahama. By 2016, MNDC for e-blocks. Ubuso mom say at the various stages of completion, e-blocks no. Yewra Mahama can say by 200. Obe free so na 29. Obe free so no na 29. Aban we ne buy MPP. Enom de 31 be kan ho ne dru 60. Into 200 no. Aban we even John Mahama kra president can say oba obeto e-blocks na say no so we 27 ni 30 bi e wa ha agenda 111 the same thing na ye kan ho asem e kan ho asem me fie dada mu ye kan ho asem ase na nando danko akufo adoi agenda 111 no e doso dodo ye di obetimi aye MPP for so pa ye ye nim de ye ene agenda 111 na afekere ne se no ye ntimi bie ba kumpo agenda 111 no yentimi mu de mon kanche me hemfa na agenda 111 ya bie enti NDC for so ba o ma hyase ebubu market omu bubu banks omu bubu sa nyomanyi ebesi omu de meanwhile yenim se edan wo si wi ana wo wie ye edan anya se wasi now the windows no enyoma ho akade a wo de be ka ho eno na de bia na Ghana problem na ba no ye besi dan ne kama na esi wo na amanyafo akwakoye ukokro from a 24-hour market wo ho ukọ boshen a 24-hour ukọ nkran a ukọ takrade a ne waba betena radio so ya ye 24-hour market wo ha ubusa ne say is it operational because there wo kan say me penama to a meko asafo cold store akotonam asafo cold store ebo 5-6 o mapon why because akronfo ne nam ho o metimi awia no kejetie kronfo eda so wo ho atutubotomfo wo ho yentimi nso ye. Let's be honest with ourselves. Say 24-hour market na ye be no nti aban ede na ho ode nhye de ye nwie ye mu ewie because ejom bia enim wo Ghana ha no a pound by 6 na obi e kofie yesusa mimi mame otonfos eno no de hwe ye ya enti minim ejom me mame ejom ni ba enti minim problems e kom antim paibo force no ton ya ansa na yebe yi o mafiri fe Dr. Mensa mu ho no enti minim ebo 6 amekai se mekoboa me maame a ye wo kaya yofo na omo kyekere nyoma no ma soa de akogu baabi no ma hweso na ade akye a omayi nyoma na saa ba obi a wonim saa marketing in the making ene ne nyame adom yenya local shops a eno no utimi tum na obi monitor empo kejetia Dubai mpukra no management ho ayede kejetia o kejetia kra ye organize no de bia there's a problem with management omo manage kejetia Dubai hot tan look at what is happening at kejetia Dubai. They couldn't even manage it as we speak. Na 24-hour marketing na Ghana ni betimi manage. Enti ebesi dan ne kama ni apem krofo no ma be disika no. Enti say we are ye the NDC for ne be manage job for the boys. No ma tena ho, no ma say no. Na MPP for nso aba, no ma be pamo mu krofo, no ma say no. Ye kasa amuntie. 24-hour market Ghana make achro. The entia problem beba. Enyumere security yenya ade yeni abambo dwumadie fo dodo na enyumere eden 2 say China City Mall ne China Malls ne restaurants ahodo dodo na eben se obi sori ano enyumere no so okọ bia o medwum because enyumere no onkotontos Ghana ni enyumere nya ho na okotontos obetontos obetono anopa anawia but so pie dia obekọ China Mall akọhwe ni so nyoma obekọ SG Mall obekọ Kumasi City Mall akọhwe ni so ade so opese okodi dia ye wa enyumere restaurant bebre wo ha opese okọ na maburu no okọ akodi dia so womra 24-hour market nkodidi da bi obekọ restaurant bi no akọ streaky Samo plan ya montena siye na muntie de ye ka no obubu nioma na de akoyede. Are you serious? You understand? So please, whoever is responsible for that, inti yeguso ye check the lights no I. Enti the etienne say ECG say Greekwa the pesi ehu the enti a Ghana nyina adum enye Kumase nko a adum enti I'm sure say wuntimi nhwe mo TV so e bia social media say wo battery kakra na afin so say owo radio nso a na so wetimi etie me free Ahenfie 106.1 ye wa edum pe ye ben British Council echire ho na Hotel the Kingsway lane mu ha bebia ADB ene UBA bank no lane mu ya one way na ho ane wo Daybreak Height kwana so say there upie kra na obehu say ya shenso de kakraka ewo ayabron sign so ye from Dr. Kwadwo Jantuah ya babe sum Ghana bim bebi awo ye chiaw yankopon hira bibre ye ni so se oma aha eye number 1 Facebook eye active Ahenfie 106.1 Ahenfie 106.1 and afin so YouTube ye Ahenfie media TikTok on so ye Ahenfie media inti wo hwe na wa share you say madam mama ye kwe nimpa nyankopon enhira mo pa mo adom ene mo mpaibo ene aduru ha ena panyi bia nam ne twetwe nkomos Ahenfie mo ha adwen o mo ba ye nchenzo ase mo afa kuro mo he nyina nam se ai di nyame be ye no kakra miguso ka kire wo se sports no enche beba so na ebeba so nso yie wona o mo ba no nso wo mo be ye adwuma ni yie ti se de nyina ye adwuma no enti mon kama koma ntom yem enche sports no ebeba kama ebeba o mo ba no uti o mu din na obi anka nkire se Ahenfie ni abre. They are coming. Ombeba enchekra. Into obeti enka. News no nso beba. Any other programs no. Asese makacho say Ahenfie makacho yempre. Kakra. O ho ani eyi atum. O ho ani eyi atum. Nti se de be abeti programs na ye nasi nti enche sports no nso obeti ho nka ye de be bremo ama bibia nso aye okay. And ye be can rent ho asem edan. So be ka me share me dwumadi ase anopa Ahenfie na se no. One topic I me discuss ye edan. Okọ han dan. Ene ne bo a aye din. Edan. Into your ofo a titri say Obako University. It say a hell. So Obako University, Obako Poly, Obako a hell. Because school fees no bo from a chain a dine a woko hayama uba. And minim so your ofo. Sabi ye nyina no ebi afa eni so yenim. Enye easy. Yenim pa. A dine high. So they ma students, hostels, and then a boy ding. Yem papa bi ono na red control. First no crowd near car rent control. I won't shed down two monka. Yem papa ba kwenya break. Oni nemu sa making sure say sebi ebe ya die ya. Unfortunately, nensem ne die echiri meka ho asem. Nti ene beka a dying or high dying. Especially the urban schools no. Is okay university a die high. The demo students so expensive. A bit 5,000, 6,000, 7,000, 8,000, 10,000, 15,000, 20,000, 25,000. Meanwhile, so the school fees cry and 3,000. School fees now buying so unchiano. And drew 3,000. And so now school a hostel. They say cry because students now do so ninti. Yeah, cry wo university no. Now kwa ubetimi enye bia halls ni bia da. And no ne bo from kakra. And the halls no unya. Na de ehame ene say yem papa rent control boss. Pacho funny picture to so mami. Rent control boss. Commissioner. Papa ibaye wa ye juma ne dia ne say the way I see to especially hostel muno. Too much. Oya bua Ghana o. Unfortunately, obi Ahenfie no papa ni nie. Eyema reho. Papa ne da ho no. Rent control boss. Papa na ayire no homompe videos ni bi ni de oye. Na hwe baby ayesi ye de ma students akodem. Hostels ni bi wa wo kwa ase ayi you can say just as a store dan you store the ade nyoma gum no eno ne ya convert e de aye hostel ama nipa edem rent control boss on na owo TV ni so no and na wo be hwe no Facebook Ahenfie 106.1 na obehu me si nyoma na ehia na monka ho asem eno na ye Ahenfie anope ye beka ho asem dede ni de obi abetimi aye ba me se me de wo de obi anka de woka enioma na e wo se aban dwene ho no eno ne ye sori anopa ye beka ho asem ntu ye obi a wo pa amanyosem a na de wo de ane amanyosem a on sin how ye de be dwene Ghana ho because amanyofo mienu yi menti se parliament ahwode a omudi ahye gold board mi ahwode a minority ne majority e de ani abre omo ka gold board ho asem yi na me busa se enti yenya ahoden no yenya ye abusia mbabunu a woni adwuma bosome beso afi beso yesi wontua hostel na rent na okofa no wehe de sabi oye adwuma a yetua ne ka 2000 ebi kra age 1000 ne rent beso yesi wontua bi 2 years ene mabuni dodo na ukopɛ ho asɛm sɛ wo kɔ han dan bi de bemben kromu ketwa ekro akese mu de na wawu abrante no ni 10,000 na wontimi wei na wɔsɛ nka aban bi asɔre a wɔdwene ho wei na wɔsɛ parliament house sɔre a nkomo dwene ho but ɛno hia wo mo dede MPP ni NDC dede na omumi enupa MPP ni NDC omum manifesto no omu se rent o me de amaye ye beka ho asem e wa ha MPP for die na mo ye fa rent ho NDC for die na mo ka fa rent ho sasem ya ka se mabunu bre ukọ han dan a enye easy ene de wa achiro de wa animu unkuta 9,000 10,000 15,000 20,000 untimi nye ade no bia anwene sa de no ade na enye obi problem mabunu ade over 30 million over wo hwe Ghana ye demography a mabunu ne doso chen enkwada edoso chen empanyimfo mabunu no the youth between 18 and 30 check the demography if we 18 equal 30 and the Ghana ha by 30 years now that's so struggle yema menum tete no na bia be 20 22 23 kra no adwuma na no ye nti obetimi ahan dan and the system no edin ma wontimi han dan even at the age of 30 one share abetna ma me fie 30 so wa anware a edin you cannot adenti na enye problem ma MPP ni NDC parliamentarians ade na monwene ekwan a ye befa so ama edan eboayefo adenti na aban enye nhyehyeye se de be ya ye betimi asi dan ni bi aden ye nka ho asem wa ha mibu so ye nka ho asem wa ha ade na momme ye bresa momme ye bre ye ka enu hia de hia no hia mo de hia ni hia mo enye enu ne hia mo aye the noise dede hwe papai na ni brabre oba Facebook a Ahenfie oba TV nsoso a Ahenfie ye wo ho be hwe bi se kwabrane de ne hu asi wo ye red control ni enye omuso mfaso e wo krom ha sa papa wei ena timi agire ne ho a se obe solve issues no hwe mabunu brabe hwe bi wo de be hwe bi emaburu na tese omuni number sa pressure enti ni time so 2 years ne so a ana 1 year ne kra de 1 year ne eje 9,000 ne 10,000 1 year o 1 year Ghana nkwa na rent the board den sa wo African countries yi bi wo ho a aban na sheda aye affordable housing affordable housing ye betra ha catch you say you betimi the breaks asidan ye betimi asi ama na yeye ama nipa akotenam because breaks bo enye ne bo e wo from breaks ye de breaks ya kan wasem ye de bamboo pampro sidan ya kan wasem wa ha e de be biem ne enka aban ne mfa ho o kan ni say aban ne ntie emfa ne ho ye rajo mahama ye woni o ma bebre wo ho awo ye ade but you see emaburu na eto aba ma wo no dodo na ni ba bi da o ade na wa ban ye President John Mahama edien na wa ban ye efa rent na ne boaye de maburu nya adwuma entimi kra ntwia no se nkofo dodo na bosome ebeso mafi eba beso. How many of them share hostels see so ma tutuma na say na maburu no demonstration mo be twen am maburu no atiasi aye demonstration asay nyoma ansa na police for makwa akwachi wo mu na say maburu tisi mu katra ban say abanye yi hostels no ne boaye den Ahenfie nothing, nobody has made any noise about it. Mo beto abadia bibi say de mo kai mibusa mo se mo ba beto aba ye beto aba mo pese ye to aba ma mo dia mo kai se emaburu ne kan rent ho asem mibusa e de na NDC kan ye fa rent ho NDC for e de na mo ka fa rent ho mo mienu nyina gidie hia ne dede mo mienu nyina mo ye ni guasefo mo mpanyifo NDC ne MPP fo mo ye ni because mo de munya ba bi dentia because mo de mo betimi atodan nti yen ya kane mo de mutimi todan $900,000 $1 million $3 million mo de mutimi todan atitima kese na yen ya keye ya keye mebunu no mutu abama no wonyina omo ho na mi blame omo mi blame mo mebunu ne mrantie a ye kasa anyoma we ya mo sa tena social media no say di atem no mo because anya bia me wo ba bia meda enti issues ni bi wo ho ne ye ka sebi nkeka de ye bedi ni de beda nko de anke ha ye ho ba wo obaburu na wo twefa wo bo no we no hia this MPP ni NDC na nsem na ye ka ne de bia na no ni hia mo hia Mame nkoka bibi ntia Dr. Baumia na President John Mahama eno na abewie no na mabunu no trendy na omu so paw eno hia owia oni ba bi da wa wutie mi wo ye obabunu o rent utimitua me maame a wutie mi papa a wutie mi oba no hostel fees no so ababa be ka kire ne bo tesen na mebra ho wo nyoma bi ho dodo mi hu de yenka biem efa sa nyoma nketinketi wi ho se abanya Maslow theory of needs okan wasem Maslow Abraham Maslow mo fanto so mame ye ko school si ekosia de o na ye de ababa ye de papa ne ye frɛ no Abraham Maslow oka ho asem emre bi a obi akọ school a sa oye social studies a anye bia sa de ne de ye be kire no Maslow o kire de nipa hia wa abrabom dada setena mu de nipa hia papa Abraham kire yen dada setena mu de ye hia e wa abrabom na Ghana as basic and that's no or ye triangle no kakraka uwo senior high school abesua uko university abesua o ye o masters abesua o ye o PhD abesua sa papa we e de no kan o se o sori anopa and da ho no de wo asie pa no because akwa to say triangle so unim triangle unim say triangle no asia no so pa asia no so nemom ekosoro no na eye ketwa obi a onim triangle no onim se epo no eye miensa na asia no so pa asia na eso no kire se eno na nipa ni nya wie a na okọ nanim ewo soro ho enti de wa ase no your friend basic needs Abraham Maslow oya aban wo Ghana ha basic needs basic brofo kakraka no be kind of physiological needs o se de emframa ye home se be ye papa ensu a ye benom ne emfa galamsey ense no aduane a ye bedie nipa ye aduane de toso shelter and sleep baby nipa beda baby obeda edan a obeda mu oka atade no waka awo ho nso sem aka ho enti me ya na mibusa se adwene be pa na ya mode dwene adwene ben mibusa o parliamentarians obuo kwa so enti sa anwoma we mente se no mo dwene hu ai yebeka gold board ho asem yebeka eka muso yabo eno da nchen no mo amuti wonyina parliamentary obie ni ho a sebi odadan fun mu obie ni odadan fun mu obie ni ho a ni nsuo atwa obie ni ho a odidi aduane fun enti yeye de ma yen so aye problem sika na de amu be wia bi eye de ya amu be ye de mu pe ye ka kire ma mu ntie enti ye to aba ma wo se wo de be ye den. And that's why yesterday I asked a question ye to aba ma mo se mo fa nye den ye to aba say provide these basic needs. Thomas Hobbes in political science, Thomas Hobbes say ujai onipa beye di ope. That is what Thomas Hobbes was talking about. In political science, sa papa no Thomas Hobbes. Mon pen picture mami. Thomas Hobbes usua political science sa papa we uye den a ubehia no. Na on kire say to me no eni kwan say ye de ma obia kekewu. Ena ujai nipa beye di ope. Thomas Hobbes na ewo ho no. Ne picture na ye de ato so bo Facebook no. Any YouTube, any TV so no. Papa yasema o kan ye ne say. Ye wo society, ye ka society ne say ye nyina ya gia to say ne be ye ho. Na oman ni nyina gia tum say enti oba Ghana ha ye say traffic eso red gina ye nyina ya gia tum sa. Ya ka kire wo say baabi wo ho a wontimi nko ya gia tum sa. Ya gia tum say obi ena ya regional minister enti okase wo se etie ya gia tum sa. Ya gia tum say police for ena wo so mo hwe e bambo ya gia tum sa. Ya gia tum say ministers and say parliamentarians wo so mo call parliament ya gia tum sa. Society na agia tum sa. Enti wo kan say se wo jai onipa na uja na obeye de ope. Eno na fittest survives ni bamu no because uja nipa be te say yeti nwuram de na esie jata onya aboa bi obehwe no se jata we aboa bi a untimi mbusa se jata de ntinu akọwe kusie ade ntinu akọwe kusie se wu se wo hwe animal farmer obahu se jata timisha no akwakoche otwe bi no adwe no obi antimi musa ne hwe wo wanwane a ebechiwo enti kire se in the jungle no de ne ho odin e na survive but esani se na ujai nipa de oye macho man no obetimi aba ofie no abo no aye de ope si ye jai Ghana fo a obi driver ni on fa traffic ho obi a betutu nru agu basa Ghana ni ujai na obehwia de Ghana ni ujai na obeje bribe ujai obia beye de ope enu nti Thomas Hobbes can say life outside society will be short, nasty, brutish, anarchy. Ekire say ujai onipa obeye basa ntino de na wo se wo ye Thomas Hobbes can say enye yenyin tum ne amfi yetumi ma nipa baako no betimi aye ohene nipa baako no betimi aye president said the be ya president no nso begye atum se obebo yenya ho ban eno na the principle of social contract ne bae no social contract ne say yenyina yentimi nye omampanyi enti yenyin tum se every 2025 to 2029 President John Mahama ne was to me no and the constitution na President John Dramani Mahama to me chapter 8 of the constitution Article 57 say the president shall be the head of state, the head of government, the commander-in-chief of the Ghana Armed Forces. Say yewra omampanyin John Dramani Mahama ono ne beye omani nyina ti abani nyina ti afi so bambo nyina ono ne wasa tumi no ene de say tumi na ma no ene asama ne tumi say ontimi nyeni nti onyi yi nkrofo bi NCC bebia no na onye ni yie ene ama ne say tumi nti otimi yi obi a ope because tumi no ye de ama President John Mahama. President John Mahama so de ene say obehwe say our security is assured. Enti President John Mahama ase de ene say suku hu nsem ono na wo so ye ekwan won nsem ono na wo so ye ye ni ba bi da ono na wo so ye ye ni adwuma ono na wo so ye so obi hu kire na eno na wo so ye na no ye nuanum a se bi ye beka so madidam omu ko se omu ye demonstration emremu no e wo se President John Mahama pa adwuma ma omu because ni nyina ka ho. The question is that adenti ne to abama mu wi a de ye pen mu mpesam meye mu ye de mu pesam ye wi a ye ya kaye. Now we are mampanyi ni ato aba maw na still emebura ato aba maw no baby omu beda aye problem we are mampanyi ni ato aba maw na hostel baby ankra ne beda ne boarding change school fees and you are not talking about it meanwhile we are minister for housing and den na sefo nyina wo ho enti dear pa na ya motena se a sabi modwene dear pa na modwene on what basis? Mama ye kasache dodo. Mama ye bread dodo. Mama mamuo ni ye te se ase munye duru ho pe, mo ye de mo pe. We are buying he obetimi aye gold board, obetimi aye 24-hour economy, obetimi aye ho ahwan. Se nipa ni ba bi da. Ye nsuo nya wa feli. Wantimi ansolve basic needs now. Oh, I say eja wo to susugu ba bi na ekomode ne ma. Are you serious? Are you serious? Papa ya yire no wa eni namu se de be ya ebe boa yen Ghana fo obia amfa ne ho. Fani to so mame ene we need to appreciate this man. Ahenfie FM. Meme there I want to appreciate him. So obia amfa ne ho a ye de ye fa ne ho. Yera Fred Kopoku, acting rent commissioner. Because Papa we are man, sanam nim say red control, o metimi aye bibi. Brabe hwe nyoma, papa ni nie, let's ye mom pa ye mano. Because nyoma no kra wo ye no, aban ni mu nkrofo ni bi kra ampe. How? E de no ye. O se nyoma ne bo no wo soro dodo. Sukuu fo bre. Said ne ho ahinti no say wokọ KNUST kokọ other places yi nyina ne hostels say won kran Legon ne na sefo o ma tutum because papa no kra ne ho ye ne hi ne ho say waba beka de omu ye de a ya tutum e ma ne hostels yi a ye ka ho asemi de ne ye 10,000 o ma huri ko 15,000 e bi 20,000 papa na de bia wonam fifremu ye dede a na nkrofo kra say twa ne nan Matima Kato say Ghana e be a bayfo. adwin. Honestly, papa what's your bonabaso? Yera Fred Gopoku, Macheba Ahenfie so.
Yeah, major so many of them now more say.
About the Adaruma, ye. I mean, first of all, ye bo abaso, bom paye mount. Say Yankupon be ma ho dene. If we say for so many years, now your name say rent control crabby wo ho. But do buy yes some few months ye who say ye won kofo mo dwene Ghana ho. Na de wo ye uko Uganda say omo minister simbi kra tie sikwan mu a o ma ye nye kwan onye oye nneoma basa ne nasefo ni nyina no. Ene omo nso ahyase yes adwuma no. And this is what I see about you. Nyankopon Israel. First of all, tell me, obey rent control commissioner. How many months in it?
I'm saying there, Didikai. Mefa akonya we so na machia Ahenfie atiefo nyina ne omo wotie sabresu nyina. Na mafa akonya so achia landlord for tenant for. Na wona we interested in rental apartment or mine, you know. I'm say me take office on the 16th of January. And it's about, let's say, 7 months or about, yes. 8 months or something like that.
Now, then now be who ya because you say rent control commissions for me man better to office in no. Na ye ni momo honestly. You are the only person na metimi ehu na nim say say your rent control commissioner bi kra wo Ghana ha. You are the only person. I'm sure say Ghana ha kra we are surprised say rent control commissioner bi wo Ghana ha. And I'm asking this because at the end now be who ya ye wa adwen say won tena office. Na momu be pie akwa hwe de ekoso wo grounds wo.
Yo, make us for rent commissioner there. Ever since Emra yedi regulatory rent in Ghana no, it came into being Kwame Nkrumah pension 1963. Ghana, no president in Ghana has even thought of appointing a commissioner before. Meanwhile, now I was running section 2 of the act no. I was a president B. In a dream, said now who say a down wedding, and you know a seat me hour, a bit treaty, renting, but none of them. Since Nkrumah's regime appointed a commissioner until the visionary president, John Dramani Mahama, His Excellency, thought say, as part of the reset agenda, there's a need to sanitize and to clean the system and appointed me. So, Frederick Opoku becomes the first rent commissioner since 1963. Now, Ushe Butaya isi Yura John Dramani Mahama ni so, ene pepa, so free say, Ghana a regulated landlord and tenant. Now be a holding the right and responsibilities, Never prepare management anymore. I cannot question Ghana and I'm say about rent and exist. Meanwhile, there's a rent control over the years, supposed to have done that. But we can't mom any years to some extent because the rent commissioner is the person who's supposed to operationalize the rent act. They are appointing that. Omo rent officers and Ocean Bremoa, Umunisa would need to me no. Obit Mama Sam and I operation. Just say case bar now or more resolve it and transform will be a command. But commissioner now no big law no. A push a law and falls has never been appointed in Ghana. And that's what some of us me, I am shocked about this president coming on. I believe the housing has been a problem in this country. And our president, those who are about to come in future, should begin to think and think well. That they cannot take people for granted any longer. And for housing issues, it's very important that many of the things that they come and do and waste our money. Some of the things they invest our money, it's a waste of money. And where people are not have a place to sleep, you see one president come and go, they don't even think about housing. Thinking about quote unquote something that they invest money into. Then later on, nothing comes out of that. Sometimes it's mind boggling. So let's show appreciation to President John Dramani Mahama When we say, and that one same here. Now, sebi. So aban going to be NCB Satama was started to me, say, Juma. It started from Wina Kose. But the reason why I'm teaching about the fact is that the manager say, I said, she will say, prepare idea was a landlord here. Never suma mufon to Joe Somoye. Who section 25, subsection 5 of the rent law now. A shell landlord will be say, we need 2 million Konya. So we demanding rent advance, and I'll bet advance exceeding 6 months, EBG2, EBG3, with impunity. 2, the law says, you cannot even sit now. I don't press me there. I'm top the block. It's a munjame because I don't want a thing. Make us out. And and there was 100 Ghana. It's also 2,000 under section 10 of the law. You cannot do that unless the who make an application. Say, oh, yes, what's it dying? And then I see, me to say, me watch me, and I mean, Boka. I buy and share, and as a man of share, won't come. There was it. Papa, any fairness, make an application to the rent officer. No, Mama, and then I'll tell you, who are 20 years on 2 cement that. Or to I on that. As I say, there are 2 cement. Meanwhile, on your maintenance. So, what is the modus operandi? What is the mindset of this kind of behaviors? It's a question. We are lawless when it comes to the rent issues in this country. It's remember them so no. Me in 3 cases so. President John Dramani Mahama appointed me only to ensure that the law is working and to enforce the law. I said to come on thing. Now recently, we have a petition from Nooks that they say, and that one they are being suffocated. Students in this country are restless, so I should step in. I'm pointing one of the sections be and say, or can't answer. So I was saying, one team after now, father for all, and I serve as a referee. And there must not be any iota of bias in my work. Based on that, I stepped out. It was an eyesore. You can see the criminal intentions of these hooligans who call themselves investors. With the fact to say there are laws, but they will never obey the law because demand and supply, so-called, is determining the price. And because there are shortages, you have to do whatever pleases them. And I believe, this is nothing but stealing and thievery. Body breaking the law blatantly with impunity. And that for me, we cannot sit as a government to see this illegality perpetrating. And I've said, no matter your pedigree in government, if you are corporate to these millions, this criminal intention, you must be fished and you must be smoked out from the system. We must ensure that those who call themselves big men and big whatever in this country, they must begin to respect the laws of the republic. If the poor man cannot do, that rich man can also do. We are all Ghanaians. We are all equal before the law. The rule of law must work in this country. But if no law works here, my law, that one I regulate, which I believe the President of the Republic, President John Dramani Mahama, believes the law must work. No man born of a woman in this country, so long the President is happy, can stop me from doing what I'm doing in the name of God. And I know I'm covered in the blood of Jesus. That no machination, no plan set against me will prosper because I know I stand for the people and bring smiles in the face of the people. It's for country, man, and God. That's what I'm doing. And I will continue to do until people begin to obey and respect the rent laws.
This year, and because I'm closer, and Sebi Yansu supporting Crawford, be a hostel kakran. Right now, January, Oma tutum, Utia Siena, Ombeso Muchrese, to hell with Unyoman, Okra, Okra, Hisem. Inti hostels in Ibukrana, na Sebi, if I'm 10,000, I can stay boldly. But I could be so, they call 15,000. If you call 20,000. Chese waba bekenti yena adeni to me obi kra say uni say to me no ewo hostel ne sa ade no so ye be any then because you want to apply the law but there's that thing of any ekosi udie when su udie wuntimi mekere de ye eno ma tutumu nso as we speak. What are you going to do about it?
I have said over that time say na your uncle mu amanone the omanye sika bi sida wo buchi omun say abuchi mre ye adwuma But Ghana, they are a foolish country for them, so they can do any stupid things, quote unquote, with impunity. I'm telling you, look, I'm a collective responsibility. I'm not bigger than the law, and nobody is bigger than the law. I'm running a sombrano. I'm running say we are landlord, we are tenant in it, we are hostel, we are student in it. So what tuma? And the point is make application. My way we all student of Morgan who apply say landlord to me apply some percent to me them. Tenant to me apply some patch down board in patch and go through one. So who tenant now will see a two them no. So person would say landlord say what Ghana mlassing now kind of money begin so hini. Now what give me a make an application today. What I say make application. Some judge I would say about them I would just some court. Judge it mean court and conform one assembly and so a judge or will be here at DBA yat and Tadi, also no a coaching a band begin as a one with what to be the minimum. Therefore, no, it is the responsibility of who tenant now and our student that make up pro. I've told them, won't even try to take rent control. You have to stop their shouting and make an application to rent control today. The moment you made the application, within 1 week, we will go. The Lord give us the power to enter down, call a bluff of this kind of people to assess them. And the moment the price is determined, they will pay it or they have to go to court and reverse it. This is the power of the law. So one testing law now say you are told them they are even ignorant about the law. That landlords, the most of them are ignorant of the law. If they think they can do anything or anything that they want to do, that's fine. But I am educating and telling this landlord, this tenant rather, and the student, they say, don't talk. And then you are about to vacate. I am telling you for sure, any student in this country, I may say, are you free of charge? Come and pick a form from 1 under the LI 369. Make an application to rent control. And I'm telling you.
Hello? 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 Hello, Penny? Okay. Ura Frederick Opoku, acting rent commissioner, and yenene ho etwetwe yen komono, and over Facebook and now wishing with TV so yede atoho. And the question is that so basic needs, you know, because you see the essence of the media. The essence of the media is to be the watchdog and the guide dog. Yet, Juma to say kramayu opo. And Tiana, Otiancophobia, mo in some job for mo pekasa dodo. Na Juma ye tonyum, ye kasa, ye dede, ye tiantiem, ye kramai, ye nwen, sana, ye dienti ye watchdog. Ye watchdog. What is it? Uti de pape kia. Uti de pape kia. It's very frustrating. Ropo kumbacho teminka.
Yes.
Okay.
Uti. It is never frustrating one bit. I am telling you. Ghanaians are ignorant about the law, but when they get through the law, this landlord will be frustrated in their life. They will never forget. Look, I am telling you this bluff they are calling. I want Ghanaians to make an application to stay the law. But one test the law, now you make this landlord think that we are powerful, but he's powerless. Trust me. Just absolutely powerless. And sometimes when they begin to check, it belongs to you. The point is that work for bank, I go to check on high. You don't tell me 7% with 1 million or 50 million. It is a madness. This is clear madness. Say only Yamawa get 100 million a month over that high. And the Ghanaian people on the government will say, yes, slow, it's the government that one thing. We must always make the law work, and this is what the law is. If you live in Ghana and change the law Ghana, then we should close Ghana. If Ghana becomes lawless, what are the parliamentarians sitting there for? They make the laws and the law cannot be enforced. What kind of country is this? We are becoming a bogus country, lawless country with lawless people. And this cannot survive. For me, I'm not remember, nobody intimidates me. I'm more stronger than the appetite. I'm stronger than appetite. And nobody, look at my energies. I am going to let them understand that maybe there will be a record setting. That bluff of talking about me and three, let them apply. What you say, so be a child, make an application, say, oh, he will be assessed. If that's all behind us, about to do anyone than them. So for me, I am never 1 minute or 3 minutes what a minute even frustrated because I know I'm in charge of law. I have the law with me, and the law will be enforced. Whether they sleep, whether they stand, whether they cry or they stand, they will apply. This was they are funny. I didn't even go to advise the government. We should go online. What they call COVID, you know? We go online. If you go online at school now, school can put virtual. You could be. I'm on it. You're online. You get certificate. So what are you talking about? So if you are all going online, virtual, 90%, you tell me you use your what do that how man or you know, and as a moment
and I agree with you because Sebi yeah tie said they okay. Me metiana na me PhD internet ne so was Cyprus. Bibia everything is okay. So I'm thinking say no me charge 1 year near school ni decide say mobeba just 1 semester be dia kan nyina mobeba no online na say wuntimi in charge the open or charge no.
Exactly. See, one thing you must understand that the government is the government and it's the states. When they decide say, oh, and we want students because of hosting and one country, government is putting itself together. A bill from today. Obianco online, obey. That two no need that bluff. What are you going to do? So me, I have said nobody dares and you survive. I am going to, for me, if you come to rent, I'm the chief advisor to the ministry on rent. And I'm going to advise the market car. We should talk to even the government, the president, and people who matter, who take decisions in cabinet. If this is going to be a problem, we must be able to control the system. The only way is to make the system work and call this bluff of these guys. Enough of this bluff is enough. And that's what's going to happen. I'm sure. And for me, I'm telling you, they will, whether they dance, whether they sleep or they stand, they will comply. I'm telling them, I'm never retreating anywhere. And let nobody think that I'm stronger than appetite. I'm telling you, I am too strong, and I trust myself of the strength God has given me. God prepared me for this, and I'm 100% prepared until they will bow. They will bow too, and they will bow before the law, not me. The law is the supreme law of this country, and no individual in this country is stronger than the law. Then Ghana must be shut down. If you allow individuals to threaten the laws of this country, and to trample on it, then Ghana becomes a lawless state. Then we must close this country. We must close it. At which point in time do you see Article 123 call about demand and supply? It's about thinking and wishful thinking. Yes, we associate ourselves with demand and supply, but you see, we must also work within the confines. You are an investor. You don't want to obey the law, and then you say that we should allow you to do anything that you want to do. We should allow you. And that the state or the country is afraid because they will allow you to perpetrate this illegality. And more to the point, all the hostels, I'm telling you, it's for the so-called big men. When I'm talking to them, not the poor people. Who are the owners of this? Property? The so-called people who are putting money to invest and to exploit and steal in this country and becoming more richer. These are the people we are talking to.
Mati.
Once upon a time, there must be somebody who must speak straight to the conscience of those who think that they have power and perpetrate illegality and crime with impunity.
Okay, so say now, I can tell you on authority say hostels do na no oma tumuno. What is the first thing I was say omu ye so that say was ye leadi omu na ye de ba waso ye mpo I was say because sisi ane de oma tutumu pa.
Me say, I have said, one, we students are we make us too much, and yet now, and say I was so your assessment, was so on ye, on one paper, did I was ye. Open so testimony now. When control, I have waived so bad over far from now, not which is you can see all students in Ghana, over far from now free. Menoka say more people are making application, and I'm sending my officer to go and ask. Yes, we are going to be Kakoto. What is 10,000? Is it 2,000? I bet you. This is what we are going. Open so a court, catch a court, so many assessments for. Is the court that can only say, "Young guy for Frana," you say. But your assessment, we Master, what 5,000, 8,000 no. And then I was 5,000, wouldn't even justify Master 2,000, 3,000, wouldn't make a koto. Feel away to Maka, all kinds of cocots. Now, what pig, any day, it's all right.
Because I was thinking, but could be a hostel be a coy, which I say. I had to say store diner, Ukra na wo student no, and yes, we provide empanning as if one was our do no mean in our bow. Into a dine keke no, our better electricity no baby ano. Yes, 10,000, yes, 15,000. And I asked myself, why?
That's why I'm saying the law is clear. Maybe baby you know. Now I'm for me. People were excited because they didn't know. And now because we are not I have seen in the rent control office, I saw about 4 hostel owners who are coming for assessment. This is how the law works. We should understand, sir, 60 years ago, the law was not working and that it won't be easy. I acknowledge the fact that it's easy. Because I'm a crime, it's a Ghana on rent law. No. You don't expect to say one time will be so. It's not possible. That is not going to work. And I'm aware. So I've prepared my mind, my heart, and my energies that it won't be easy, but we will get there. It's one step at the other. It is a collective responsibility. You know, your money in your building. May you be from there. Oh, you're from there. How do we go? May say you say what's on yet, and you are shouting. What's shouting for me again? What do you want me to do? Because the law is clear. I cannot follow the law, or I cannot follow the law on the judge. But you won't make application as a student. You can come in your numbers, come together and make application. Rent control office be housing patrol and down normally one city. Almost to maintain some patrol. Moment come one your question answer, your pay assessment, you need in case be at long to be. And I will say most of them put on only illegal operators. You call for you close 5 who are illegal. They are illegal, not their operating standard. Out of the 5 year cruise, 4 of them are illegal. In Bagumpa also certificate, it was below standard. Bad services. This is nothing but stealing in the disguise of we are investors. We have allowed a group of people, part of who to be stealing and duping the Ghanaians in a nice way of broad TV, and we call them investors. Investors who do not want to comply by law, they are criminals. And I'll keep on tagging them as criminals because their intents, their actions, intentions and actions are not, are not the same.
Right.
And what do you tell me again? Well, you investor for where? Investor who doesn't pay taxes. An investor who doesn't pay taxes is a useless investor because that man is a criminal. You don't pay taxes. How can you grow? How can we make the government money? You don't contribute nothing. You're supposed to be charging and we are entertaining them. We should imprison them because you do business. Those who are not even registered, let us go and check how much tax have you paid? If they are not paid, should we not arrest them and dump them in themselves? Throw them into the dungeon and let them go and rot over there.
Right.
They might treat them as criminals. Look, you see, what they're doing there is to be hard. I'm telling you for a fact. Some of them, I'm telling you, today, I'm going to make advocacy. Those hostels who are operating illegally with that certificate and licensing, why are they leaving them to do that? Well, they should go and arrest them. Because this is a false pretense. Fraud. Because you use a name that you don't even exist. Are you not a fraudster? It's a fraudster, not a criminal. Whenever I say you are a criminal, I begin to let you know why you are a criminal. Not that I'm saying that you are a criminal. If you have not registered a hostel, brother, how do you use the name hostel and charge an amount that you don't even exist?
All right, so based on that, so basically private ni no way ni nyoma na yepesi ema abino. How about say maybe in the long run, say abine will be conscious. Say ono nso betimi asisi hostels ni bi na dia balance just like Kwame Nkrumah mu ni na say for mu ye traditional hostels no any halls no man kofo eda ya ye nyina ye koda hall a 4 years near demo a sebi na obeko hostel a na ye some movement but at least unim so okwo a obetimi ada hwa 4 years and then your man asesa and of course hostel no nso obeka say bia ni materials ni na say for ninti so why are we not also focusing on government's role to ensure say obe create affordable housing ama students ne mabunu to say the other people Kenya Uganda omuya anye bia no obrasha se obetimi akọ na wakọ akọda munye sika na obeso otoaso watoaso
In fact, so for some of us, we are disappointed in government come and go. Government come and go since the memorial has never been any conscious effort to get. For me, I am telling you for a fact that the government come and go have failed woefully and disappointed Ghanaians to a larger extent. Because about housing now, excuse me, how much money do they even allocate to housing? And this is what I expect Ghanaians to come and talk to their government, to invest much more. Not that you don't talk, you are sitting down as you have a right to talk to your government, you don't talk. The government budget in housing must increase. It is the responsibility of you, myself, and everybody to tell our government to invest more. Show displeasure to the government. But you don't do it, we sit down like you don't have a right. Then it means that you are not even serious ourselves because we are not even asking for it. If the government is not doing it, we must coerce the government to do that. This is what I'm talking about. So if you don't even ask, look at the budget that they go to approve by Parliament. Go and compare housing ministry, their budget, and compare to the roads and the food and agriculture and medical education. Go and look at it. Housing is nothing home to write home about. Don't you have people who have been social commentary? How long have they hit on the budget of housing? So this is something that we don't even accept our right. We don't demand our right. You sit down for the government or your government to do anything and you are sitting down there and you are crying. For Christ's sake, you brought the government to power. You must indicate and show displeasure. Government, you want more housing to be built. You are quiet. So I agree with you.
Right.
The government should do more.
That's it. Openye beda wase na Ahenfie de we you say begusu abompaya ama na de wo ye nso ye ni so and bibia nso bia be hia se bebo ho de ru nso will be here to also support your agenda ni abompaya hunhun kwan so ama because minimisa wo ne kabrechie na ye adwuma
mo because we no money friends mo monsters because you think you are messing their money but in the name of God no mo boa enkusi aga. Trust me, because I have a God. I like to do the right thing. If I die in it, I die for God and I die for country, man. That's it. But I know by the blood of Jesus, they can do nothing. If they are vampires, they will dig their own grave and be buried inside. In the name of Jesus, bye bye.
Thank you, Mr. Frederick Opoku, acting rent commissioner. I mean, you see the fire. You so to me feel fire no. Lights na ba na. Check imagine because so master lights na ba. Still na so ma restore baby. Kriku for no. Omo de nkrata aba. Omo se bibi ne si ye. Na humachi ni nso to ye. Na trigger ye. Oh, e bi anie 24-hour economy. E bi anie. Lights in one 7 and I say for near the Mokano. And he say, Omudi Aba say between 4:30 a.m. no and send breeze here. And say they wish to inform the general public that at approximately 4:30 a.m. today, Thursday. Thursday. Hey, sir. 20th August, the National Power System experienced a major fault at the Akosombo Volta transmission line. The fault resulted in automatic tripping of the Akosombo generating unit and some thermal generating plants as part of the system protection mechanism to safeguard the integrity and stability of the national interconnected transmission system. This consequently resulted in the loss of power supply to some parts of the country. Immediately following the incident, Greco engineers working on these close coordination with other power sector agencies took steps to isolate the affected transmission line and commence the safe and systematic restoration of the power system. Power supply has already been restored to some affected areas and restoration efforts are progressing. They are progressing and see muguso and yeah the enbeba kakra sa no mo ka o say Greco also ma say my system binti say problem bi bas akwati say na efie yi say wo ade bi a say light ni ye bibia be tripe sa no my system no enti say fault bi bape system no be tripe kra na nkwankofa eja a technical thing enti yɛma mu kwan no mu nye saa adwuma no we nye dum so asem technique enyoma si ye nyina wo fie kura na wotimi nya that kind of fault nti Greek say saa fault no e ade omugu so a omo restore se de be ya bibia nso e be okay. We are talking about rent. Get aligned there. Mami, yenye enyoma ne kakra na afi. Yentoa so. Ye be ma akonya na nso akyere wadwe. Boso kakra mai.
Ye fa seda no bi ema door master. Door master osi oye akyede promo. Promo na neguso a ekoso no tia no pay se wutie yen na se bia wasidan anase wo pe baabi aye wo dan ne nko ade a ene wo ye wie ya wadaroma fo wani eche door master akache wo dan no pese wo ye renovation kakra ewom na wo sesa wapono no door master sesa apono no sesa apono no aye dada apona wo sesa na ebeboa na ma obambo ho nsem agina brane ena no pe me kan fama no door master achede promo no nyankropon ya adoma bosumi a ye besimu no ena wo de sa promotion ni nyina ode ebeba na wie ye etimesrew utia no peya emiame yahudo ye showrooms ni nyina across Ghana ubenya door master ya chede promo ni bi na yama obi kama pa hanko na woto door ne ya che door yesi topono na ye nche opono wo hwehwe ye chi akwan a ye showrooms ahodo ni nyina obeyeye Kumase Ahenfie Ashalaja ye wo toll booth Tipa Junction ye wo ACP Estate Kwabenya ye wo Kasua yewo Tado runabout ye butu honom nsawam obehu ye ho fianko so hum mia hudo bebre nsawam asafo agye eho so ye butu honom me pacha wo de bibia kye wadwena no paya ene door master eni nkomo ye number na 0531 025 786 0531 025786 door master or sit the best indoors send ye udo ni tie bia no ana send ye waponya ni tie bia no ko na oma odo oman mackerel abedwaman so oman mackerel se anopay de aduane na wanya wo bedie wo de ne ye doko na say ye bayre efufu na wayo hyeto bi kakra ka ho ana se de na wo bedie die kra na wo bedie pa chewada light soup pa cho to bigum anunsuo no ede enye nam ekeka sauce no eye kama pa enye de ache ohwie bi ani na obofunu bi ani me hye oman mackerel ewe adwaman so emiame yahodo a yeton enioma tu nioma nyina no kwa akase ope oman mackerel ni bi ato restaurant ahodo or chop bars canteen for food vendors oman mackerel aba adwaman so a obeboa ebo no so ewo from kama we quality pa me pa cho eni eni nkomo sisi a ope dodo atu a 0551 205 063 0551 205 063 and 0242 726 397 Oman mackerel si ed dodo die nyame ehwa so KMS say de wo mu ekona befo bosumi ya ye besimi September bosumi ne da etoso edunum KM eko digital pacho paperless tinkogina oni ateteketi bia ma no waka say monteme so na we de ansem na ye bebre nipa bebre na ni empanyimfo mo teteketi ne ekontoko mo se sa ntoko ni nyina wo matwa so enti hye ne nso se abefo kwan so ene ye kono ebia na no pay onte ne o ma bia se opese ohunu mu nkyire mu ye ti adwaman so ahodo se me kanfo ma se ene o mu ni nkomo na o mu nkyire se de ene o ma na esitie o se eye simple eye safe eye smart number na 0240 974 194 and 0240 973 946 0240 973 946 Pacho we eye budget helpline any KM mpanyimfo ntwetwe nkomo Donek range of products Donek ena no pay make come for the amount we obi a wuntumi nidi why anemic yesi wo humoja asa enche na moja asa wo afichiko mo ha obi a eye Donek herbal tonic ena no pay make come for the amount your Donek co-bitters ye kasa ye nim say ye koko wa wafu a ye kese constipation na me de medidi me de me nkoja me na me ese madamfo o yare kwahwehwe Donek co-bitters nanom Donek malamis eye etiride yade madedia typhoid anase ulcer ni nyina no onom Donek malamis a ebetu ase e kra e de amount Kumase hwehwe yen ewo PFA pharmacy Fredimens Herbal Danny Herbal Ozon's chemist Colinac Herbal behu ye chi akwan ewo ho enkran ye wo kanshi drug lane Kingswalk Herbal, Angel Herbal, Tinatet Herbal, ewo enkran. Sunyane ubehu ye chi akwan ewo Green Light Pharmacy, Mosaic Pharmacy. Ye butu ho no ma oba ubenye bi ato. Takra de nso ye wo ho. Cape Coast, Ghana ha nyina baabia ubenya Donek range of products ni bi ato. Eni mpanyimfo ntwetwe nkomo sisi a 0249 208 252 0249 208 252 and 0246 727 677 na Donek emwao ewo apomudi ho nsemu pacho paste ben na odi twitwiri wo sen paste ben e na odi twitwiri wo sen ya de body tire ni bidi atwitwiri ye sen aye nananom sen ye nananom behu se ebi ne sen aduasa mienu no ba kokora ntuye nanso ne ye de eni nti de edi twitwiri ye sen nti bonsa na sekeka abamu afese no mu abobo ntokro enum nka no kora ya na enya ahomka mesre wada kel chako abedwaman so kope biwai ema wo home ne kora ye kama ema wo sene ye fitaa kama eboawo ema bibia eginegina ye ewo anum ho mu amanum enka enkoye ni nyina no mesre wo pese ne to da enye wo enya se wo yade bia ni ye wo yade de ne wo ho ti mesre wada kope kel chako na panyini fa twitwiri se oto ya kai na to wo ma ne de omo de ne ye kel kit omo de no flavor ne ye strawberry eti ema nkola no ani gi ho se twitwiri ne enye hawo anopa akola ne nsum hawo adwene se twitwiri ne se eti ompene bia nie pacho maame papa wo kodwom a kope kel chako ene kel kit ema nkoda no opedodo atu a freyensesi a ewo 0246 864 798 0246 864 798 and 0501 454 462 na yemwa na sankrato we FD agiatum na P phones and accessories and make comfort e de amount obatampa deals no ewe dwaman so ye ne denden ewe yaso ye wa brabo ahyase deals wo ho e na ye wo ye kowari deals emu de he na sese a wuginam he na wo pe say yemwa wo pacho eye de na wo pe uni TV wo de uni kettle uni blender digital satellite pacho a tabletop fridge and as a standing fan iron na wo pa na for ni eche na P phones and accessories na yemwa wo ye wo edum ye ne aseda house no e wo Kesben he ya na edi animhwe edum kro na so benya yen e wo obiba JK edan no mu Prudential Bank edum PZ ho na nakwasi dan no mu ye butu ho enkram fomani enkyere Madina Zongo Junction Techiman ye ne Ahenfie no enedi animhwe Kaswa ye Takoradi station Temale ye Abuabu station ye ne Commercial Bank no edi animhwe eni na P phones and accessories eni nkomo number ne 0245 777 702 0245 777 702 and 0533 093 422 Gino hot pepper pacho ebi won mo didi wi anase ne bofono no aduane ne enya se nya do mekone ewom ne nye mekono omde nioma bi afrafra ene ebi mu yambese kora de fra eti ukoto mekonko a opede ya no ya eye 100% organic meche natural dia eye Gino hot pepper oba bi onim aduane noa be ma bi onim aduane noa otiase se mekowa aduane mu a ewo kwan fa so a ema ne taste ne so eda so nkokora we preservatives bi anim enchine nim MSG bia enka ho pacho ukodwoma hwehwe bi na to fa kofra waduane agan herbal mixture ene ne capsules ne yanum bom usisi ya wo ya na ana wa fichikomo how male vitality be ma na so oba wo da hotim keja wo se media mentehwio ye de obeye wi na fantoma na kata so mesrew agan herbal mixture ene capsules ebedi wakagina mu nipadua ni nyina obada sori na ho ye wo ya wonye hwe so wotenka wo nipadua ni se wo ho ye wo ya agan herbal mixture ene ne capsules ena me kanfo ama wo sciatica efiri wo 19 koso to ase ana efiri to ase na ekọ akwakoso wo 19 kope agan herbal mixture ne capsules ni bi enom eboa ma moja di afusa ne ye ewo nipadua num pharmacy shops drug shops ena afa bia bia ye ton no Ghana fa na bia bia no obenya agan herbal mixture ene capsules ni bi anom bibi chi wadwena doctor se woto eduro na nom ne simple sa eya afre no ɛwɔ 0241 604 702 0241 604 702 and 0500 888 830.
Thank you, Mami. Ebesa Bauso. Yeguso ka something on Yeguso ka the issue of rent. But Greco, she said the American Greco Eguso more fixi issue into any ECG. But your issue when any ECG. A great coup asem na ye bobos no the attorney say on the issue of rent no the analysis kakra bi eba and jobs kakra ye pese hwe both parties no so omunse ma omukika ka wo ho and what we are saying say there has to be a balance because ye nim say edansi ne boarding enti but the point is that say we investment be or sometimes it will take 20 or 30 or 40 years and sana we realize it say but it is not fair say ade because we say inflation cost rosa to the extent say ade 6,000 now they call 8,000 they 10,000 no they call 15,000 it be 20 now we say ade the inflation no saying a core ya a dining Swiss who and yet to say be a west in the full be maybe away calculations host a boo a do musica be 15-20 years anyway from Kesben na the etini say opinion kwabna kese the etini we are yet to confirm but they are trending in there say by the time you be in there maybe I confirm it but the eti free Kesben e kwabna kese and they say we're free mti afini eguso se say ni de eguso confirm me but yenya confirm me we dia ibetimi aka but the yet free yenianom Kesben media kwabena kese esquire lawyer and he say wayenya media whatever it is bia no eguso any production team no actually where abesi akosunti. All right, sorry for that feedback. Sorry for that feedback. Anyway, yeah, trying to say analysis and yeah, sure, okay. Very sorry. Let's use this. Mo share na enu ye nyoma ne kakra se we wa ha nti ode ye na yem okay yem fixing ye to aso ye de aseda ne bi ye bema Ahenfie Herbal Center Ahenfie Herbal Center ebutu mamponten fitem eho e na obehunu na kira kwan osi yade ben e na edokoro e na no pai yade adokoro no eye gonorrhea eye namu yade anase typhoid na wanya stroke na wanya na mojabroso anase malaria syphilis general body pains na wanya Ahenfie Herbal Center se brai obeboa ama wapomuden ho nsem no awie payo ono osi nyankropon ache nade enyarewa hodo bia otumi esa gigimi.
137-848 0598 137-848 na eja mosi.
Don't worry. Let's do it like this.
Latest form see your partner for life. In Finchia Ediosian or Masom Ghana. Or see Munya Kanda. It sounds so mobile Ghana Geomatum. Ghana baby obi oda latest form subia dance ni won koma media hu sa woda wo be sori na wapomuden da so ejina brane empa bi wo ho be da na wachi bremu wachiri kase wo honam nyina wo teyaw ankasa na wom dia ene latest form se bra bejim pani bi beda so na febua ma wo mani nyina so apomuden enwie peyo empa ni nyina aka ho ene mama yade nketenkete na me honam nyina ye me ya na me tie me ya na me kon ya me ya na no ebidie yi ye ka kire na wo se me kon na me say papa ko latest form 60 years de omu gina brane ntime pacho okope bi wadi adanse ti me se utie me aye showrooms no enkran de no number na 0302 231 155 0302 231-155. Sanso ena Kumasi so your number no 03220 29365 03220 29365. Latest form or see your partner for life. Victory A calculator. GS ajiatum. Eti uko school. Obani ko school. Pacho kope Victory A calculator. Fama obano non fanko school. Obeko assign the calculator number. Ama ni nua nketo ani nyina yusu esan se eye papa omonton adefon timi pachew kokope bi na to na auto calculator ni ato atwe na wasako na wonim de ewom o se unya oche ba ko a uto ba ko a ohun obesa ma obi aka ho uto ba ko a obesa ma obi aka ho timi pachew ko na kokope bi eto wati tudi okwa kan se emeti wa Ahenfie yesi wo se mo se memre mo se memra kokoto mo amokotu no na mo benya bi aka ho wati nkomo no calculator nso a yeto ayetumi ma 1 year warranty na chese ye gye ehudi eti ase se eye papa Victory A calculator nie Kumasi asokore mampon ye wo Royal Foams echiri honom ha enkran ye wo North Kaneshi opposite old post office na honom ene ye wo sanso so ena sunyane ubehu ye chi akwan a ye wo ye friend say EPS dynamo pacho EPS dynamo pacho ye ne excellent publications ene wo mu eti kwahwehwe Victory A calculator frayensi amo amopedodo atu aton number ne ye 0245 726 967 0245 726 967 and 0593 985 891.
Yenye winu and
this na make na amanyuko akese mi nu omo MPP ni NDC election e ba bebe bia omo hyebo de omo be ya afa eye rent ho na MPP ni e de omo bidi kan ko omo de omo opposition ni hwe de Dr. Baumia omo campaign promise eye manifesto 2024
me so omo Facebook na TV no so e be hwe bi
de ma eni no no our commitments to you nti ye hwe Dr. Baumia picture na da so fefefe
we your manifesto
screen no
omo manifesto
no e cover ni nti na metwe no ti ye hwe the next page na we next page now say na MPP car so omo be page 24 of omo campaign and you highlight no say social housing or say including the homeless shelters, overnight stay for the vulnerable, and an expanded rental assistance scheme for low income earners. Inti Dr. Baumia de na ni susie mu no de ombe ne say omo be sisi emiamia bi a obi obetu kwan akọ baabi na wonya baabi nda no obetumi ada ho ma ade a kene nso omo san ha adan no omo de enhihye bi ba na friend rent assistance scheme. So a scheme no be boa ama omo tua omo rent ama omo yenko the next 3 or so ko bio na ye hwe de Dr. Again ko ba ko kan Dr. Baumia de no nti rent assistance scheme na nu nie o say national rent assistance scheme pays rent advances for all qualified applicants who are in the process of renewing or renting a room, an apartment, or a complete house. Our services allows renters to make monthly affordable rent. Now, Dr. Baumia share ne die. Omo ba boama obi a wo dan Ahenfie utia an ya so na wo san so pesa wo tena ho no omo ba boama watumi adan atua na afi na akọ high a dan foforo a omo be so nya so omo utia ne nyina eno no an solve the main issues of rent afi yenko John Mahama ne picture no ti NPP de omo susua no omo de be ma Ghana fo e bo hye omo campaign manifesto no MDC de no omo campaign manifesto mienu the edi kan na eno ye for Ghana fo nyina de na omo fra no resetting Ghana agenda manifesto and na omo de friend no the youth manifesto and no that's no youth manifesto and also John Mahama so picture that so fair for say John Mahama 2024 pledge to young people and also yanko the next page no near share dear John Mahama kai under the title political inclusion good governance and youth welfare for the next page you know e ho na rent asem ewo to the next page no tisi ana enu ne title no say rent or say we will ensure advance rent payments do not exceed 6 months in line with rent control regulation. To say MPP ni NDC. Ba ako say ye de ebe boamo ma motumi atua mo rent. Ba ako so say ye de ye mboamo but de ebe ama mo ne say Ghana mra no ye operate with two rent laws. The Rent Act of 1963 no ye Act 220 and a Rent Control PNDC law 138. Rent Control Act na say eni se fiewura bia ege eye edan akatua a ebro bosomi insia ti watu akra na se bosomi insia so yeni so o mai ma no sisi ana ye between 2 years and even 3 years ebi moje 3 years rent advance NDC de no mo ka so mo be ya ma Ghana fo no enu ni na afi yen kohwe de Rent Act no eka the next 3 Rent Act of 1963 enu ni na sa Rent Act to ehu hia pa e be ma ehu ni enti a yentumi ndi sa 6 months na so sisi a me no wo ka sei o say Section 25 clause 5 of the Rent Act must say a person who as a condition of the grant, renewal or continuance of a tenancy demands in the case of a monthly or shorter tenancy the payment in advance of more than 6 months rent or in the case of tenancy exceeding 6 months the payment in advance of more than 6 months rent commits an offense and is liable to a conviction by the rent magistrate to a fine not exceeding 250 penalty. Since the way can you say, so maybe high would die short stay or a long term or may high 2 years in pa. And this would I don't get to a bro busumi in 6 months. Now so upa once now you fear now jia. Why your bonnier tiagana mra and no rent magistrate or temo for be to me a fine 250 penalty. Now him nana yeah rent law we know 1963. Next page na yen hwa de de ma ye sa law way in 1963 sa Ghana fo nyina beka 1963 na Ghana efia wo ha no dodo na ye abusuafia na aban dwuma de fra the government public sector workers no omo na omo dooso sa time no na ye police for teacher for soldier for ne de keka ho no na ye ta transfer sa anko for ne pantina obi ya aban adwuma ne dodo na no na omo ntra baabi embro even 1 year na 2 years na asa transfer ne de ne ko baabi foforo enti omo ya sa amra we ne sa abre no de na ekoso omo mu no omo hwede ye tina me nana no a railway worker me nana tina me tuma kasa Ghana baabi no na railway so on tonight or tina Huni Valley or tina Pristia obewie odunkwa onofe enti sa time no obi betumi police ne betuma transfer no akọ baabi no akọ di bosomi nsiape enti so okotua rent more than 6 months. I mean, say all kono ni sika eden akem. This alternate 6 months na edu na say na dwuma sama na tena another 6 months. Enu tin ye samra we 19 connect page na ha de 1963. Na Ghana your population ye just 7,458,000 pe. And the Ghana population in 2026 is 35 million. That is about 23% increase from 1963. And then urbanization nipa na dodo na to eba nkrom and adan so wo nkrom na eden eswa enti the solution to your problem no 1963 and atwamu da ese say sa rent law win aban atugu na ye hye new rent clause ehwe Ghana sisi ye situation ehum na meka 1963 na ye public workers na edo so they are just about 53,000 public workers in Ghana and then government payroll over 688,000 people na also adan Ghana your housing deficit of about 1.8 million tinipa ne do so chen adan no ti ko say ne so obi nje rent just 6 months ade a wo ye ne say nipa bebre ye betu omo because nya de omo benya adan atenem ti de isa ban ye ne say sisi aye kwa yenim na nipa dɔɔso na adan esua no the ɛsɛ aban yɛn sɛ ɔmo go back to the friend rent control ankasa law no rent control law no ma aban tumi a otumi kyerɛ ɛdan bi a sɛ 2 bedroom 1 bedroom any area ɛwɔ no rent ɛsɛ yɛsɛ nti ebi ebetuma ka sɛ ɔte amekoma dan dodoɔ na ebi a between chamber and hall ne single room chamber and hall ne single room no sɛ chamber and hall a ɛsɛ sɛ wagye akɔ anim akora bi a 700 Ghana sɛ single room a wangye kora na bi a 250 saa rent control regime na ɛsɛ yɛ implement amanyoko MPP ne NDC no ɔmo solution no ɛnya ade a ɛboa na ne nto ɔmo ntumi go by PNDC law 138 na ɛkyerɛ ɛkwan yɛ fa so ɛsɛte rent ne because ɔmo nyinaa na ɔmo suro sɛ yɛbɛto ati ɔmo ɛnti na ɔmo ntumi ntaachi no but the point is that ewiase baabia ni hɔ a ukwa say ya China say ya America say ya Denmark any rent control laws say landlord in area we say areas ni na enyepe your class A communities or Ghana East Legon and to say me baby a meti no ti ye hwes aban ne hwes amia no adan e wo ho no all dem patcho ne me kwa adan ni mu adan ni room so do ne facilities e wom no na omo de asset say sa adan type say nti your categories of home say no say chamber and hall a ubetumi ahye starting price no kwa brocha sa no me listings no starting price na bia $100 to bia $500 landlord bia no obetumi agi abro $500 oh yes sir abani ni obedi that is what the politician should propose enya sir nana the rent control man no enya dia eso be man fa so because exploitation so even though there are laws no the laws are outdated said America 1963 rent control the conditions in 1963 no enye no na wo Ghana ene ya me no wo ka say
right thank you so much so the ABHN say yense samranim na intimate support say say 1 year na wo say no me 2 years advance na on obviously me shed and tear because if somebody ebetimi aye 1 year there has to be that option. Say a 2 years, but 1 year.
That is the point.
The point is that minyantina mukren wiye. Osu minche 2 years. Minyantia view. But se mitimenya half a mau. Ebia ade no osu minche ebia 10,000 for 2 years. Menya 5,000 amount. And you say okay, so you can give the person maybe 6 months or whatever to make sure so betia the other one
if we are see baby and see
I don't get it
rent advance na illegal and say it happen what should happen they say maybe high would nine oh na me susu maybe am ntia ma ba Kumasi me betena Kumasi for 5 years ese say bitua ne bosomi bia na de ma wo patron de me patron but there should be the option say me hwa na me wo sika ebetumi de atua for 1 year ɛsɛ me tua because Ghana ha no ye mudodo na ye de friend bosome adwuma ti wakatua no bosome ne ba ɛna wo de ye de opɛ so ye enti na wi a ko America uko UK ne de keka wa landlord bi enu oje rent 2 years and 1 year ebom ɛyɛ 1 month na ɛso a month na so a you pay ti u issue check na atua to landlord and answer wo pay no utumi yama wo employers eti a part of it for rent ti atua to landlord na account mu straight ti the IM say wo hwa na wo sika kese bi da baby apɛ so di tua 1 year and when the open to landlord not agree, say, the person you 1 year, or no way but the regime should be that every Ghanaian should pay monthly rent. She say, I agree, say, but so many 700, but so many majima ketua, number 2. Because maybe share Jumasu commercial mini aketua. Men confess Sikasa 2 years, maybe a time running to thousands of Ghana citizens. If you have a media amount, Tinamika said that 1963 law,
right.
Ghana must get into a new rent regime, and that rent regime must be in accordance with international standards. Number one,
I think sir,
the payment should be monthly.
No, but I think sir, the money here is because Abrochire they able to at least manage their inflation within a certain period.
Yeah.
Ebi ebeti mi credit the bear 5 years so na enyoma bon share down cost ru bebre. Unfortunately in Ghana no, you cannot predict because this is where yenya and the MPP inflation go 53 and about 23 and the na ba hwan and then asefo
and a month on month
no
around 2 point
and you ohwe see now omunso ya normally na efiewura for no cement boy you say hwan boy you say so I would have agreed with you which is okay some months in a year but the challenge is that the reality is if you for no omu tuma no mu hwe cement bo
no crazy
tuma na wo hwe the other course no to look at say yatoto nyoma mu ntie ne say ya dia my only a year nke betimi aboa ne say first of all the cement industry no political and ntina na anka jata cement Ibrahim Mahamadi no ka aban da ye conscious so obeka ya emre bi Dangote cement ba ye no Emma normal cement for nyina ba fom me hu de ye no musa ye ya ma papa ne sa ko ye.
The problem with Ghana they say you need protectionism. If you see baby obeku bia no governments have local protectionism schemes omo produce niema wo man no buy. On say Dangote say o produce emo wo Nigeria banned the importation of rice from China.
Yeah.
Oh, ni uni mi ntia. Say yen kramu fi China, we yen Nigeria no po beto.
Ono na bedi.
Sanity. And what America, when him says, and I mean, what I say, China produces one of the best cars in the world.
Yeah.
In terms of technology, in terms of luxury, and so America, a lot of Chinese cars here import to America. It doesn't go there.
Yeah.
The reason is they are protecting Tesla. Tesla they go into the EV industry first, but then BYD need the kick on I overtake Tesla in terms of technology, in terms of price. American himself said China, if there's an influx, China's cars do one Tesla ebegu, and omon person Tesla begu. Ghana, yes hard ni bida. Ye local Tesla can jata cement. The only Ghanaian a year never hire gasem. But then no call you a lot of Chinese cement near idea and jata cement air compete. Ne boy for change jata cement. Te now say ne boy for no Ghana for bekwakoto. But a buy your person grow ni local industries. No. What they do is that they protect local entrepreneurs and industrialists. And think Hano, you bet to my say two things. Either say you ban absolute ban on importation of cement from China and I say you increase tariffs on the importations. And he said, Obi kwa crack China cement, but no him say a 2 also no about 100 times what supply Jata cement. Indirectly, you are protecting Jata cement and you are growing the local cement industry in Ghana. So that is the fundamental problem. Until government does that, said you can build Ghana have building materials. Yes, still we import steel and the iron rods. If you China
you want to say support
prices up. Nigeria has done sugar. Nigeria, there's limited importation of sugar into Nigeria. And they placed a 2-year ban. Said they be a Dangote mono or process oil or hono amount for better.
You want to be Nigeria for now.
Dangote cement, China cement no, omo baneno. It do baby afi China no omo ye no omo yes afi omo increase tariffs. And to Nigeria, Dangote cement e buofo e China there no. 2 year Nigeria near there na obeto. Open value for money.
All right. Anyway, mame kwa mane so na mene efieje wa akode entwetwe nkomo ye senior correspondent eje wa Ahenfie na ogina
Back mpacho medina asafo Kumasi Technical University achio no monse hostess na ewo area ho no e wa na me survey na no pe ya
ai tani o mo ntwetwe nkomo kakrai.
Yeah, doc me pacho me da say na say ubepie mo e wo ha say dia and say rent ni the students no e super asem tetwa na emsa no pe no say de dia yenim no exams kakra bi e koso e wo ha say enti no aha ye busy kakra na yenya be me bi e wo ha say ye ni 18 kobo pacho good morning rent
okay. Ghana Jamaica say your rent no your sembebre. I'm talking about hostels and Danyan Kasano and sembebre na ewum enti yeah mekano say as I say yantimamufo no sabankra emamu a yantimamufo no yema nyamesro eba yemu bebre isan say omo dan omo dey rent who says from dey rent no bebre na ye asofo and I say elders ebin so ye sofu mame and I say emakuo ne asorema ebin so ye malam ebin ye sheik ebin so ye ekramufo omo a omo nkwa asore no omo so nkramufo so no ya yesomo so ye nyina de no kwadie ne tomobro na ye de echeche but of late no yamas ye nyamisuru ene akomapa na ye wo no atekọ kra ye se na de adwuma eye sikape na yama no edi akoma mu ne adwemu enti ye fa duvio soe se ye de benya sika bebre enti ene wo ya branche na usiso opedan a yamfa ma okra no na se ye de ache okra no eye 8,000 for 2 years 8,000 for 2 years no kra no na se eye dan a se be obehye toilet ne excuse language ne adwaye it will be bad wo mu de na say 10,000 na branch we free kurase and I say if you are service and I say on second adwuma na obetua rent this amount no this den yes can be kura one or show ho one or two office near the ade na say so far kwati kwan a won so sabe kan bi na wo dia enti na mechi for e yo moji drivers.
Hello.
No pan ho a branch no so bia okosu ankobọ pro no wawi ade wadwuma mu a wonya sika ntwa ne rent nti ya create problem e de ma yo ho we society ni mu a emwa Ghana ne ye future nti we yes no e say nyanya me so ye mu say rent na je a yema no emma form kakra even about 5 years ago na ntisa of late na sa adwen no ababewura ya wofo no bebre aya ngomo kan say ya total cement mu ana say nyama e koso nyama e koso ya total cement bi kwa dan yesisi wo achekra but enam say sika pebon no aba ya kuma mu ti no sane ye nti me kan ba hostels no so a yemo so na me kan ho asem kakra daro isan say wunya me pa ya nti
if you catch and say many into onion in term because we have to speak to many people
so na wo fo mienu but omo bre frekurase na ede kakra bre no nti social fee na ne board den kurase ne school fees no burden nti anom na so ma eman bebre omo kwan ma ema no omo da ne omo wi a na anwumre omo akojinam ahyewo like akra omo anya sika da betwa omo social fee a emwa ye future nti yema ya musumra emu na ye rent ne ye hostels no na say ye dan yema no mra from na emwa ye nyina na oman no ayese etimu ye kyekere no enya krabehwe ma nyina na ye create serene environment ma ye ho na beboa oman no kan ko medamase
medasem pacho talent ni bi na ye no edin common students ni su bi wa ha say good morning be a student what's your challenge?
Our challenge here recently is the hostel fees increment every year. Sometimes they increase the hostels without bringing a full information about how or why they're increasing the hostels. They can increase the hostels without any innovation, bring anything through a room. They just increase it like every year. They increase almost by 1,000 or 2,000. Some increase by 3,000. So, and the hostels. Are renting over there. We are suffering a lot because we pay our lights, we pay water, and even sometimes we even take our rubbish away because if you come, we will empty the dustbin. Yes, and all these things is burden onto us. Imagine they give money to come and then maybe for food, and you're taking to buy lights, pay water bill, and then do all these things. It's going to burden onto us, and we the students, so we are suffering a lot. So we will beg on those who are the hostel managers. They should take into consideration so that they will help us maybe some time ago. Because and even if they increase in the hostels, bring a reason. Oh, this is why we are giving you this. We are giving you this.
How long have you
I've rented for like every year I do change because if I rent a place a year time, they increase by 1,000.
How much?
I pay like 2,000 to the following year they increase by 3,003. Yes. So all these things we need to go to different place so maybe you can get some kind of low price to get. And if you have a hostel near the school, it's very costly. Unless you go far away, you can get some cheaper hostel. You can go and then become. Also, if you get the hostel far away from campus, you be taking car in and out, and then those. It's not close to you. And also, we are facing a lot of problems also.
So lastly, Dr. Pacho, with your baby, also compare our person worker.
me pacho me issue ni say on senya obia na ne papa ne mama etiase ehun bebre na wo hono ma ya na ehwe ye ho ane ade for instance me free Accra me ye juma kakra me se me ba school e ba ya hostel fee kwa 2004 makotine 3005 the next day me ba ya say we tuma ko 2008 until say me too afem bia me koye no 4 in a room was 2008 6 in a room 1005 what should me ba me 1008 and a 4 no year men never say me fa 6 in a room na me stay for the meantime after me share ya next year so or increase no it's just an person for compare diets that I am compare no so or 2 years 8,000 the bus or obinchen no bet me we the prices some my na ma factor one na omo ni bie no bi se me problem is so bit se me na me e juma ko yes e ko na yes the chain na no so akọ pe be dware no asaba class ni na ya how a student e ko mutie be so metima boy no so afan no so that's
wow, so Dr. Pachambra or Honomo, challenges not be a
enemy you being Casanafe, Ahenfie.
okay, okay.
Benya ama my high ama me na me chiaka na ama na me nya baby nda nti or more refund me sika ma me se me kopeda na afena no osi dan no eti no me ko tiato ho sene owia na ho no my life abe media ba edu ho no na odi ama makrofon so meanwhile so you say dan so ba odi ama makrofon di omusika esi dan no eti ehun ba asem na me ko jimi me sika me ya say me kopeda ni bi around asafo Ahenfie no hono e dan mu e ka say emu so or say 1 year 10,000 dan na mu so no ema or say 1 year ka say 10,000 and bisu one ma 1 year ka 20,000 that I know asafa Ahenfie no chi hono and ba ko bisu Fanti New Town 4 in a room man kwano ulu adani mo say cancel all the coin 4 in a room and only have 4,800 for nipa 4 big am ko hu da kana something want mame e ko pay dan wa atunsu echio and the one I can say free school eba school every day and also your challenger abandon bit ma hwa ma ya mo hwa ma na ye school for so ya wa say ye hu bit ma ayin kakra
that's it it's doc who be pay mo ewo eye asafo ni nkro o ha say hostels ne dan no ehun nsem no a eye de pa na no say enye ha say nko a eye other places na eye university ewo no so na wo no efesi nti anope de I think say ba ye no student nani age say ye sorry anope no ye ka wo mu hawo ede ama wo no mo enti no ba minje mu efama na ye mbo abo akakra aka no ha say no nyame yaduma ye de da besun ya hwefo ne esifo
Afia moni adwuma ya twetwa etwa musu cells ne bibra why
me pacho Martin
thank you Afia ejewa akode ye senior correspondent na ode bai mami na rent no ho asem na naija
na me bisa say government no obeginem bi ehye sa anioma we enye ya na
so
regulation bi ani ho sa
ono na ye no government ntino no obre no re control
ono wa ye no government
ni nyina ye government no obre
okay because nana yo say ene hostel fees ne bo adin chain school fees say oba benya school na wanya ba bia tena e wa asomdue mu no eye problem e wo Ghana ha obi aye na adwene say ono ana esi ni dan eti buo pe na ode beje na untumi nka bibia mfa nkyere no ono ne koto ni cement na wasi ni dan eti yehwe Ghana ban omo ba ne omo ko nyina sa affordable housing no a omo si na eno ekosi sei Aye.
Affordable when is car won't me afford you.
They are affordable.
They are affordable.
Sabro for na ye and
Yerakofo shares na amfa na senate for ebewie na no ko ne ko he wo ma mutimeto.
Omagye na omaton. Teenager say na Ghana empanyimfo no omo ye wicked o. They are very wicked. We yanka se bia nka ho o. Eto da wo hu hyewa ya na wo ye empanyimfo ni bitrim because omo nyina etu kwan. Omo nim regulations ni rules a govern so be behind dan so be ebet na obi fia. Sa bambo ni nyina ye de banipa no. But oba Ghana ha nko ade a panyini nya ba bi tena onfa de aka ho bi o. Said na AB kano importation of cement ne ho ahwane eti Ghana ha yetie wu say ntumi nye cement ni bi eti Ghana mpanyimfo na ya na mo benefit bi ho enyo bi o ya na mementi ase o omunye bibi free mu nti ne toda omo relax say ade we yebetumi de so ato system na Ghana ha bi o
they do that because no construction industry no me pese me say bia but there's a politics nti ye wo cement ni bi wo ho a both MPP and NDC nya they sort them out. Entina me say time a omu sheda na Dangote omu yi ni free mu because Dangote buy no na ma the system cement no problem ye ba na te so maye ya kana na omu yi ni free the same thing Jata cement bra obre because Jata cement buy no the way na nkrofo ye eager say eno no mbeto no omu ye ya ma say Jata cement onenam ho de nka ono so buy ya Kabon said the other cement na ne bo.
The cement na every you can.
Dabi Mahama, Ibrahim Mahama.
Ono fi.
Wafa Ghana.
From panyimfo tirimede.
Omu ko ho.
Omu ya branka sa Ghana panyimfo. Abro omu nyina tirim. Menyi chinyi adoa. Ade efiri o my Ghana me beboye. Na ya na ye kotena my hodo so de na ye ba be ka bia ya na omu ka kire se emfa nyeden. Omukwa my hood was I think so omukwa munkosua hwe ebi omo ne omo girls ko de da na omo sense fuma ba o abro omo nsua hwe because enka nya bro na was ampanyimfo etirim a enka the ordinary student na school kura ye wie nya adwuma wo se akwa akopɛ ba bia akoda so no so ye issue na hwe tie fi bi so ye twa ba ye ho tantantan ba ne wura no si dan no na ne na kura ye wo no ba ne wotumi atwa bo opɛ e de to so se unya ba bi so na untumi mfiri da mango mesene se da bia be kwa ba kan UST ana abekwa aba baabi nti eye den ya bepa baabi ada eti se Ghana mpanyimfo sim na ye ka se okay say your standard ye raising ye eye 106 you can't go beyond that na de na besie eti mpanyimfo na omoto na ana de na ye omodwene won na ye ka se omobo man ho bra na ana soma I don't get it.
So
because ya na me expect say ye chabuo bi ato ho say na 106 aha say obetumi aduru ha. But you can't go beyond that. But below that is acceptable. But when you now relax it, and na you be up and na kokote, na yen kwashe hostel search, and now to be them cry na nipa kro bebu da na to go the hostel. Because when you say eno neska wom every year be anko da ne benyeska na say enene sa ashe business be no because obi akone ma me nyeska ni bi ma no but when admission eti abema na oboa no e wo so one ne de dada na omo yitugu na esi ne doso panyimfo ne ntena se nwene ye panyimfo so omo tena se edwene sa neoma we hu a ko be hu se da bi ba bi aduru no e wo se aduru ba bi a ye step in hwe papa ya wayire hu mesire nyame ama no na mesire nyame ama no se nyame mo papa we hu ban hu the aggressiveness or de kasa che se odi yawo ba be kom na panyini bi te ba bi de oye ni nyina akra na chi una abeje aye hwe ba bi onam we dem se ona obi abone pa ono na ye de oye no de oye nyina so to the benefit of us but the kamia ye sem panyimfo ne hu but o ma sideline no obi anka ho asem obi anhye e na ono aso na ona no onenam ne atwitwa bi e na bi hu ne ye comment wa asiasan o but se panyini bi hu sade o de papa ne te so ye no ye betumi asom ne aboa na kamenim se nka bad time ho beto no ordinary Ghanaian na nada ne ye hwehwe ye hwehwe ba bi de etiato enye ye nyina na ye betumi ati dan ne bi otom eti ye be han bi mu de ye eti se han ya ye han da bi o mkoso ye ne saade a ene ye de na Ghana fo ye nye na wo se sori a ema no ye de ye hokobo adwaman emema no soso nkobọ kro no na ye me ye se nka o mofa kro no na nka o mo de companyfo ne fie na nka obi na okobre ba be pa na sumdue ada na nka wada onya sumdue bara okofa ye ne ye te anama ye bra ye adwuma na obeba bebu ye car glass abahwe de ye dem eti na Ghana mpanyimfo de omo nsore nya adwuma no because baby aduru no say yamfa ye no antirima ankasa na de bia betena be kan say hwe papa we ni bra o ye adwuma no minim say enkofo sabotage no but I pray say at the end no obe nkunimdi for say nyina ebe so ma minim say and the papa banana ya kasa and say we are na me pressure no kore kosoro o de ma me fancy because in you may be ya power Ghana has say
Adam the ama rent commissioner ni abrene say o kan PNDC law 138 now emra say if you are being person or two ni fie mo ene na am on hostels for nya asem no esese fie ra no call rent control no papa na da no na okobo mama ne say ye pese ye to ye hostel na ye fie mu na o justify ni enti o se so otum ti so say cement bo akosra esese rent control for na hwe hu say okay ampa within this period say men akosro kwa akosro sen na omo nyina trans no omo agree on the percentage of increment na ye tum no enya wo fie ra no nko a wo pe eno no se wo fie ra no bu sa amra no so mpa ye betumi de akogina hyenie bia until the America no Ghana mpanifo no mo mpe so emra no de ho PNDC law 138 eno yet in 1986 eno ba after but say be di so no na ye di so the hona esese ye nyina ye boa rent commissioner no na sa amra no omo di so because ono na asem ne say onka asem obia ento ne dan mu but say wo beto dan ma hwe structures ni bi okọ ye e
wo tanta na hwesili wo de bra Facebook bra me hwesili wa shedan we ye de jiwo sen then we are just saying na mpanyimfo to na yes rent control no omo ye adwuma no ko bia nso masene hwedan we dan momfanto dan no so hwedan bi mu na hwe agyanan bia bi hwe ba bia ni pagware
that is the point
won hwesili hwe awurade a monhwe soro ha nipa da ha ma obi agege adam so wo no wasi dan e wo dan ama Ghana mpanyimfo to ma ye din hwe wo no enkopem bra ban enkopem bra ban ye be kasa na na PND soro na papa asa edi okenkan omuni mo but omo fanya hwe
sentina make about enforcement
we be dan we masua de
so wo hwe we
na hwedan no
8,000 said the students ni bi kan uji we 8,000
na uji we 8,000 na school fees na nkasa ye sen eto da mpanyimfo na me kan no abro ye mpanyimfo na nkasa trim and I think say they are not willing and ready to help us as Ghanaians. Ti da bia ye de obi apɛ bia na ɔyɛ wɔ man yi mu de obi apɛ na ɔyɛ me na me de me de me bo na na e bia na ye kan na akɔwura lorry fam yi ade ye say cedis na na udu on me ye say eduru anwumre 15 cedis emre bia mo ho ban ɔmo so na ɔmo issue statement ya kenkan abrɛ ɔmo ya nwene ye ho
ɔkɔ kan ɔmo say operative free
ɔmo operative
but
the
truth is that we are see baby no aye what the friend absolute free market without government controlling prices in sectors
the na de ebuanie de ana eboa ne say aban ohwe na untimi ne private ne encompete a wo ye wo de na nipa no etimi patronize enti se bia nka trotro fo twa ne shorter waya lolo no a wo de aba no na wo nso wo de aba be ka system ne ho se nipa ne fro impokre mre bi misia panyimi na mka chen se hwe aya lolo no de betimi aboa kra ne se anka ya lolo no kra no car no enya motorcade se de be no kra de ni traffic mu so what it means is that say eyema wi a motorcade na de na call from maybe a ha to tafo no ne betimi abie kwa mu when you do that na nipa ni say me Fred me be contem a ebeduru ba bi no sa short no driver ni no onye because when him say me Fred ayalolo a obetimi akọ house na sema yeke ye wa affordable housing ukọ Kenya ne nasifo ya omo de breaks ni nasifo ya affordable house a sebi e ya ban na aye no yantam kakraka young guys and young ladies ebetimi akọ ma one share ya rent kra na 50 cedis a month and one where aban de na obeye no charge just 50 cedis so okay 50 times 4 for 600 and you obetimi obi kra betimi 2,000 ahandan and 1,000 ahandan o and no now you conscious effort in that case say bia ye fa KN University hostels do na e wo ho no aban wa ye wo de e affordable hostel ti said the why Katanga ne na busiafo na when the students are patronizing sa wo de na hostel officer no obe paachew ebiesipen eduru ba bi Ghana ha COVID-19 na a nose mask hwede ne adejeje wo krom ha na ne boarding but the eduru ba bi no na ye one city na nkofo kra de na kwakogu nwuram ujai onipa enti na make Thomas Hobbes asem no ujai nipa obeye de ope enti wo aban no na wo intervene say the enti aban ne kan no agyan ne say oni bi edan no oni bi wo horse na Kwame Nkrumah ye no wonsi bi nka ho enti wo no kwa akoka ne say enu nti na watum hostel for ne so matum enti papa no wani be brede but watum
ananti aban ntumi ni omu nsia
aban ne de aban so mfom
ntumi ni omu nsia nka
omo se papa ne mfa ne jimi mfro nko
papa ne fa ne jimi mfro nko
omo mse dem nka se
eti kana aban no ne mpanyimfo na sia
aban de omo so mfa jimi mfro nko aban ni nie Mr. Fred Opoku oye acting rank commissioner no omo so mfa ne jimi mfro nko
obre o
onso mfa jimi mfro nko
obre nti na meka se eto da na mpanyimfo se wanye kefa ubedidi o matam saa because se wa ntena se eti na wonni bi etiwase but de na eye yase nka papa ya woni na hie ube ma ne saa power of attorney ni nyina se ene mpanyimfo no mo adan ni nkosia
na ye serious a eduru ma bi na ye food and drugs commission o se de ndie eno mo de ye authority ye wo many ye o ma ye no authority etu ye serious a commissioner no emu oha
omuni authority bia nana
enti dia nka aban ye na nka ye no rent authority anya commissioner say commissioner
think ye man go authority
ye man authority dia obetimi a chi obi
na chese we na chese wo de ne chese burafo na wo kire ase
commissioner mu oha
commissioner na de ni mu oha ye go authority na chese authority na ba benya tumi
a obetimi da ye ne obi
authority a
it is sad
emra Samra ne ebo uchi dom na samra ne san so ekre se bia eniema ye de ahye won san se ni pen di so a asotwe ho and mostly sa asotwe na ye asotwe betum di akopie fi ase
simple
sanity
by your commissioner ne de ye ni na mu
current rent regime no se wo bu mra ne so point to me for won kwa fi ase just penalty and near final ne but authority no samra ne nya bo uchi dom wie pe mra ne san kire se because the almost authority the say na omo person omo correcting yema bi a enko yie e wo oman ni mu ti enya de hyepe afi de ebe ne say enhyehyɛ ne ye de be show no say na aban se yenya say ya anya ni say a authority no kwan say yetumi edi uko gina ase ne bia na ye de asotwe say edi ma what you say
burafo no kire say na we oni authority
commission akwete say shrage ne na sefo no commissioner to commissioner bia na akwete say yen tufo
papa no nko ni fie nko
na wo bi hwe ni
emra na e wo ho sa 1963 de na e hye na etwam 1963 said na Ghana city na nya sa na net ye se ye bo sa amra ni tugu na de doko kan yemfa a new rent authority emra yemfa mra foforo a
to me
emfa mra
to me onokra na sa rent authority ne betimi ahye mra say aban am provide affordable house crowd to me the aban court
sanity
and I'm saying so what you do is that you make the authority independent
so
they will take you on say FDA we are buying now we and maybe FDA can come in because almost are to me now umetimi de aye you know near protecting no
na na ya pa
I was saying ni nkomo kakra na afi yentoa de aka no so 0557 0557 101231 0557 101231 and 0557 101232 0557 10 12 31 0557 10 12 32 na yeni enkomo ewa aha all right let's see 1 2 1 2 what's happening okay hello good morning hello
nana mache
ejoso
nana me fa tawo ya sana am ka tafi mu
me too
nana ya bi tawo fa ne renta sama wo nana renta sama die how they say emra ke betra kromo se ya nya sina ya dai hai nana enya ban ku tuwo uba wa mo be mo ya juma kumjenu wata mkaka kwa nyina na kuma siwa na da fikira zero oh sa sabra mo kan ya sama nyaye pa nyaye pa kinto sai ka se wata emi ama fo uri pa ada no ni ba do na no aba se afem to ba kitna de to ya ya ben me sa wi kutam wa mi ko nya ada mo I don't know. You said you
Very sorry. Oline mo enye fachami. Good morning. Okay. 0557 10 12 31 10 12 32. Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
But what I can say?
But your family so far, sir.
So from Patumitu.
And pay the Masipa, Samudi, Winina, Abana, Papa. The woman in say, said the name of Cassie, Abino, as a binding Mubusi, a binding to me and see a diner, the Ekoswa, okay, say no, a dine rent, the Nipana, who see it and also one farmer rent to be or more better Ahenfie. You see, this is the issue. And we think our binding to me, affordable house or Mississippi and common so affordable house no cry this paying tech oh baby. I don't know by now consensus are dino. Woman so price in my warm. Next student in your being. Anna almost a friend is saying institution no schools could do one area. It's the amount honor because your area be a time one airful but any panic current here. Ontimi free or enko take honuma enti no institution abano na eso sisi ni niema yie wo hunu de yeso ye right now no country na kwa say asa ye ne ye de akire no sebi manu susumina so ye nim nyansa che wo ma ye de o man na hye wo mo nsa odwuna wo a wonte ase.
All right, me that say yeah my Ghana. Good morning. Hello.
Good morning, sir.
But what I can say?
That's why you're from Kabla, because I free Accra.
I'm gonna meet you.
So, look, and I went to watch the media. So, hello, dear.
Accra, the any move.
You, I said, with the Midra. You cry. Yes, and that's the next year, the 500 cities and 9,000 cities at the camp. Also, yes, she what I knew. Well, yes, she regional maritime university in Gua, Umukum, and easy. And to Munka, Emma, a US control board, and on to no messing cohorts. No Muku University from Crown, too much of my. Ade, ubeye juma anu abobo kanu no anu atami nyina na de akoma kiwa. Afinu so na ta be ka chote wa tu. Or the 100 cities, or the 200 cities, or 1,000 cities, no de akaho. Wa de bia so obeye ni fiwu, ubechina mu.
All right, me that's it. Good morning.
Good morning, Nana.
Yes, sir.
Nana, we did bia me show pa na me show no djuma pa wo yema magana.
Me that's it.
Eni akoma pa, eni akukudura wonya. Me tawo chi dindindin. Nene da bia me show pa na ne de matraya, no matraya bazo na ninya mompeke ne de matraya me nya onya me shiraw. Eni wo djuma pa wo ye. E fa ye rent ho. Eni ade school for info efie. Nana nya kukuduro ne kasa nya kukuduro kasa komapam ne nya kukuduro kasa kire oman penfo ye ne de wo ba tumi o enyo na de ba tumi ne de tumi mo wi a no mo de kanta yen e san boye krono taxes aye tua nana no mu di na ye bre nana umia ba na wo nchen no se no sibi kasa sisi ano on kan sabodo so nchen penfo no de nya kwanya ba tv so a nkoman penfo no munya omunya ahotosa ne ye be sole etia wo mo me kasa fi committee wotema ye be kasa etia the whole system regions ni na mo nkofo wa magana zo wo mo ye mmam penfo no nto wo mo da because o man say no musu ye bu ye kwasia no ye mfam ho nche wo mo nyame sha na na ojo pampa wo ye da wase
say that say my Ghana. Good morning. Okay, all right. Let's see. All right.
Nana Kwadwo Jantuah.
Patrick.
Ahenfie bonsu mo pe na ma jo so thank you. Ma me mo wabaso adawro ma me mo MPP media patriot me mo mrantie na baso. Na Kwadwo wa unia JFK yes, you maintain my Wadaroma. I must say delegates in a brandrew. Now, media massam and said the Abrantia back of a cayano, and then a yatrin. Say, I buy you, Bebien, Tia Mayen, affordable house of Sono. Now I'm far ma a year for. Now I not being said, or tongue, a Sikafonwa, the Besakoto, a Sikafonwa, Uko Libya, Gaddafi, a Juma and Corpus were yet the poor or minor, and woman Tinasia, Omuyin if you Gaddafi was a Gaddafi. One who see a time, Enyukuma, Nanko de Matimum for Amu Matinum free. Sabi NSA and call for ye. Yet the days cut his sword up to now. A dear Necos war. Anke Hono, Womaka cut his sword no. Womudi Micantent, yes, in any ya. Anke here for one potimono. Woman soon come ever benefited. And so, ye be I ever to aba, Ribuada. It is a mimess midine. Now say. Mimi buono meme de tieno pinia ene me namfa ma haibio e de na abayemi eno ni mazisi ye fisi tiesre abane mra mu bi won so sisi adan ni bi na muama obi ade ne dan ji abode a wo de ne de fofofo obi ankwa han ya won so bete so ye kone sa doboa. Thank you
Wafa. Good morning.
Good morning, Anna.
Yes, Obapa.
Mediane Monique, the buying new site.
But to meet you.
And Uncle Mobile, no idea for dying. Say, ye free ankasa, ye bear your crew, Mancasan. Now you see a decatra, go near Bush, yes, and you will see, but the pebble be cracked, or by a back, you will be a dear dancing or Bewari, or no need a bishop. They send any be an Abamo, they say no, Cadia and Tassia, a word you had dying so word. And I might say the 18. If you run on one bread, still one may be only problem. You only be a one hinting it clear. And to be on the big kitchen, or they might have one may get you be your best name. Yet, the main friend said, so would you go and buy a son of dear. And your best of the baby are my own for a secret. Only so my do I need to now what will watch now to say. I buy the seed dying. I don't know the other my high am an abaffo. Ratchet. Ababawa to for ne eno de enfuani to so ya mabru craft fie nya adwuma nye kejeti afesu anye ne se crofro market ne dawo ba bia ya maame ne ofamukwa betina ya adwuma kwa ya asem sei ensu etupe hwe ko fa ba bia mu se ke chi form so Dr. Mensa o mu ya ba bi point na nija na wo dwene sta dan ya yampa yampa sa fon kan yam prim to konfa no che mo ane afere ho mo nye ya ma ye ya ba ma ye if you bet me 2 fiance will come and say, Young ones are said about bad Messidama, and you're being behind for the Mr. And you are ready and yan next night and be a Ghana for Predator. Then you should be a Ghana woman, a woman.
Good morning.
Fine morning, Caniver.
What do I say?
Yo, you're not doing one I may a family assume because every baby any time you do mercy. Hello.
But to meet you, Casa.
Me patcho already a mess program I'm managing for my idea. Papa say, more magana for even near Sessa Banya, a dime, and I have some babua, a student for so many baby do Mutratone, Timamufo, a being affordable houses at Timia High. Na wakasa wona me dem wasepa na me serem wo dem madise de na etum anim se asema me beke mo ho mame na aban ministers for ne MP for so emfa nko parliament na nkomo so eje hu bi se eno so babo aga na pa masem na me kire ne se eja ene okuta sika na so ope edan se plot wato a ene plot bo kora enya agoro plot ko obenya skura so obokra ne ekope baby ho yemsuum ene de ama wato iti kamese Ghana bad madise de dia famo so ade amamo so dia fa MP for se enka ban enye mrebintu Ghana ha se obi ewo esi dan a enka obi so wo ho kwen se otimi fu edan so na onso esi to aso sɛnea amano no sɛdeɛ memekɔ a wɔda deɛ so sɛdeɛ masi ateɛ no ebi sisi dan toɔtɔ so dan bi koraa ɛtoa so bɛ sɛ ɛnkron ne edu baako ɛti Ghana ha asase yɛsɛn amanfo sisi da wɔ nsuo mu na aba na ɛde mmara wɔ abɛtɔ parent sɛ obi a obɛsi da biara wowɔ sika foro so na yɛntoa so a enka ɛbɛma ɛdan koraa no ɛsɛ boɔ so asa akɔfa ma obi bi atumi nya ɛdan atumi ahenhan eti saa mmara wɔ deɛ mesrɛ mo sɛ bɛtumi a na sɛ Ghana wopɛ sika ɛde atɔporɔ na sɛ wonya bi ntɔ na de wobɛnya kɔyɛ nsuo mu ne nneɛma deɛ a ɛne nka mo nso mo nkasa wɔ asɛm yɛ ho na ma Ghana bɛni mmara ho sɛ saa mmara na obi ma so obi tumi ayɛ adwuma na aboa wɔ mu no yɛnso yɛfa saa kwa no so a ebe mo ti me mo bi bi aso ti nyen sika kakra bi a o so betum da sidan ama edan ha adoso mo bi so edan no bo so ayefo enti ma de sele de ne no masem tie wa no da mo ase
yes dance yes good morning
Nana
Pacholo radio set no
wow this year
Ofi obi a why radio a cha no so te ka kiro
Nana onu so me ti kwa mo nti
Iti okasa
a dog sama wokano me yan faso mon panifo no you go marry ya you go any abien me ya mama dan no boya fo no for any dia temo yentumi nye na yentumi yentumi nsi asala mo afisa ya sisi ku won mu ko bi sale buo ni buo huntumi nto huntumi han krampo na me to sumbo mbo timamufo o si adan o mode ma hai no timamufo dwene timamufo ho a mo tumi asisi adan no wo ye ni sene ho anasa single room so contain ni mana ni wo no enko from ya kwa no ni a ebi ni ho no timamufo mo mutu kwa ma no ni no ebrochire ni Dubai ha kwa ni ni ya ma dana yentumi yebi obi anyi sika na odwene na busia ho ye ede ba no sha on fa ye adwuma no timamfo ho no e no de ye na busia e ya buro ni timodin ene mpanifo na oboba ka ye so no e wa mutirim o ti afia ade na nipa ba ko entumi sisi adan e de ma hai na aban no entumi sisi adan kama timamfo a ye entumi ye no ye nkase entumi ye ye sika ni ba ko so Tuya kakra so mo sika na company for na mo sika na mo ha da ma o ire na mo mane mo guest abi tin ka tin company for no ni da ta wa so da na for mbaburu ye sorry what you say ye so we company for no so because ye bra o to ye djuma kakra ni wo tax e ya fi age tax no say ye yo mani ye o so ni ye for no ye so ana na company for boy abrosa adan Kwame ko ebreso Kwame ko statuta ko yes adie ni bi obi aba ye si o be si afalabo house kakra nya ko ye fensen ahanya ko si wo mu si afalabo house si mo adie nti na aka hono adie nti na aka hono ye nya ba bi ntina na wo ji sika kakra bi na o ja kwa adwuma wa ka tuo mu fanya wo wo na o ja kwa 102 years 1 year na wo sa ko ska fofo Então, como está atendendo, o mundo no let's say, yambabu no obano, o money o mine future. That's it for this macro.
That's it, thank you. Yeah, my Ghana, good morning.
Good morning.
Anisuman, but your frozen.
But your friend come because everyone was from site.
Okay, me too.
But you some work can I near Jumpa. Shut him phone, Brian, prepare what you want. Scobina be another hand 2 years. Yes, you can say another 2 years. I think some message. If I want children, yeah, what we be as old Jana Duncan. Yes, say, Moncasa, and about a band of say, a baby say no, and no matter what Timamuni. Yes, ceremony about buying Casamaya Pan and some can imagine because it's your gate. ɔmo mo ayɛ den paa nti mo anka saa dan han no ma ɛkɔ so na nti obiara do pɛ ɔman mu obiara do pɛ nti kɔ adwuma mu kɔ akɔ no basa wo mo kɔ no kɔ na nam sɛ wo dan ka ɛta bɛsunti ana wo adwuma bi a untimi anasika bi a sɛ wonya ntino ama sɛ ho kyerɛ nti de na yɛ sɛ mo sa nsɛ na mo bɔ so paa mo kan yie paa onya mo nyɛ.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Nana.
Glad to meet you.
And I need to make sure, like, you bet me to Moody. I'm going to sort of pa. Nipa Mopa and Mopa, and the kind my town for no town for. Any moment in the moon head, dear, oh, yeah. Because the year to whom your town for, there you be a quack. Any kind, and I'm wrong, and my Ghana. Say, and I'm patch or the Yamisha meeting the Mohammed and fat the patch away, but at the pie, Michelle.
Oh, too bad. Last call. Good morning. Hello, good morning.
Morning, Nana.
How to meet you?
That's it, Nana.
Any meet you?
Yame Unsra. Yame Oyo Kese. Nana, what can in some baby about Adia down any university for Nana? You can say, me cassette. That problem or how amani nyina ye nemu se ye nyina ya anya baako ni ye nyina ya anya ntum fa de mede ye wo no obi de be ye wa e be ye wo ya nana ni nyina be koso hwe ye twen obi aba ana ye dan ana sisei nana me ka tru place obegye de se adrobafo ebi be tia be fra be ka sa asem we bio Robert ni be timi abefre aka tese bi ane bako university ebi a hostel no ye age no ne boarding na mi busa sa do bani ni se ede no no nso ti o se o ya fa basi ya fo ho eti na na se wo ko ba bi abone fo wo na so ye papa untimi ntan abone fo ye be chiwo twuti ana ye be chiwo ku ana wo boni ni nso o ko ba bi apapa fo wo ho a wo so wo ye de wo nsina papa fo eti si ye mi enu nyina si ye nyina ye be sa ade ni bidi anana ye be ko so bra na be ko so akata azu nkusi aga once a week, you'll be out of the Wabaso. Where different say anti hostel so. Maybe me ba school be. And I'm a bar minister hostel be. Now see a person of money ya. I am why on ye. What you say by our can say Nana Academy, Nana Waboy, and I am better one down ye say. Send back or make us be a governor. Was full in the kaya, not in a more. No people, one day one guy. Can I name my example? Come on, not petrol. A year 105 cities. No free airport to Israel. Near the 4 cities, 80%. They say a petrol, what you mean say 80 cities. I would be almost 10 cities. I yes, I drop off 1 and 10 cities. As good as say. As not petrol, a year 105 cities.
All right, yeah, that's it. Thank you very much. Yeah, Pem sign team no and you come now meche a drew eja. Niem fan kame and edoso. Open your match.
Yeah, if
you have boko.
Yanko Podem Quache.
Doctor and so here.
Yanko Podem, no pa.
Yeah.
Also in Chelpa,
Medinoso.
Meti had to Macum Musa, so Masria.
That's it.
Because says so for beaching wa. Now what you also bought credit card, it's not puppet.
That's it.
And some now can we are near him. Ne ya kuma so ade pa na moye no oni show de ka se ya no bia nya ne chefa ewu yankopon ko so nshira na de meka bia masi so se yankopon te kwase ya bia on pega man yie emfie mfa so mu nyina mu mfie so
that's it
ya me nshira mo pa
amen that's
it ene ma me ni age papa se ne de ne be ko yi ama me
that's it be ko yi nso yenkwe
yo dog be do asibium na ahwefo no wati for so ma mo bi bia kwa ba e dey about Pimsign Company Limited. So Dr. James Samoa or your Pimsign CEO say in country say nyankopon hira obia because enkanya mo a ka ye nroi ba bia ye duru ki enuru ho na doctor the researcher ni nro dodo no nyina ye enan e 4 no e bia agan ene deda so na de di kan pa no agan prekese garlic mixture said way and a doctor na why no prekese powder afei so ɔtena ase yɛ nhwehwɛmu a na ɔsɛ ɔde ade foforɔ bi ka ho nti ɔse ɛnea mede garlic ɛne nneɛma bi keka ho na sɛ ɛdoro wei sɛ wontɔ bi da ɛnɛ mekamfo de ama wo obiara ɔwɔ haw ɛwɔ sɛbi n'akoma ho wakɔ hospital yɛde wato nnuro so bi a wɔwɔ pressure wɔwɔ diabetes a wogu so a wokutia saa yareɛ yi nanso ɛduru baabi a na waslake kakra wo nnuro a doctor no atwerɛ ma wo ɛsa instead sɛ wobɛsa akɔ doctor no no akɔgye wo nnuro no na bi a wagya atom kakra nti ɛkɔba saa na ayɛ ɔhaw na ayɛ ayi bebree ama wo mepaakyɛ wo saa nipa no ɛne yɛka kyerɛ wo sɛ kɔ na kɔtɔ ɛduro agan prɛkɛsɛ garlic mixture ɛduro yi ɛwɔ nnuane nnuro ahodoɔ bebree a wakoma no a palpitation asɛtin no wakoma no ɛbɔ ntɛntɛntɛntɛntɛntɛn paa no sɛ wonom agan prɛkɛsɛ garlic mixture ɛboa wo ɛma akoma no rhythm no ɛba fam sɛdeɛ wakoma no bɔ ntɛntɛm no ɛbɛba nɔɔma ɛde ama wo bia nso wodeɛ no yɛ angina pectoris yaw bi ɛna wɔ akoma mu asɛ deɛ mpaneɛ bi wɔ wakoma ho da biara wosu wontumi nsɔre nkɔ adwuma mepakyɛ ɔkɔtɔ agan prɛkɛsɛ garlic mixture ne bi afei nso deɛ ne nkwamoa no wɔ fam no immune system no asɔprɛse koraa ɛntumi nkuntia yarewa ahodoɔ nti da biara infections ɛwɔ hɔ da biara meti pae me da biara meyɛ adwuma kakra bi no mabrɛ mepakyɛ wodeɛ kɔtɔ agan prɛkɛsɛ garlic mixture ne bi ma yɛ na wotɔ wie a deɛ ɔbɛyɛ ama yɛn sɛ yɛ numbers yi a meba bɛsisi so yi wobɛfrɛ na yɛ ne wakasa ne akyerɛ wo sɛ de wobɛsia no because Dr. James Amu atete nurse foɔ ne doctors a ɔmo na peke yɛ course nti sɛ ɔfrɛ a bɛbrɛ sɛ ɔmo yɛ diagnosis ansa ne akyerɛ wo sɛ de wobɛsia no mu aduro no na maka sɛ obi ɛda pressure aduro so ɔda diabetes aduro so sɛn koraa na abɛnom no obi so a ne deɛ no rare occurrence wɔ hɔ ebi a wɔnom aduro na sɛ ne symptoms na sɛ ne nsɛnkyerɛnne ne kɔ fam pɛ umu a na asa kenya ne ho mepakyɛ odi nti na ya na ɛba saa sɛ ofrɛ a saafo yi no bɛkasa kyerɛkyerɛ wo deɛ wɔ sɛ woyɛ ebi fa wo nnwuma sɛm ho ebi fa wɔdidie no nom general lifestyle wonna yɛ mu koraa no ne nyinaa yɛ tu fufa ho tubon sɛ wonnom aduro na sisi a na ahotɔ na awie pɛyɛ sɛ infection sɛ gonorrhea nom chlamydia ɛna ɛwɔ hɔ wonnom nnuro mepakyɛ wo deɛ tɔ agan prɛkɛsɛ garlic mixture ne ka ho wo pressure aduro no a wonom wo sugar aduro a wonom no wo deɛ tɔ bi ka ho anaa wo deɛ na lipid sradeɛ na dɔso wɔ mu nti wopɛ sɛ woyi sradeɛ firi mu wo deɛ tɔ aduro agan prɛkɛsɛ garlic mixture no na numbers yi ambɛsi susu yi wafrɛ ne yɛn no adi nkɔmmɔ deɛ di kan no ɛyɛ 0244 716 557 0244 716 557 deɛ tɔ so biam ɛyɛ 0500 88 88 30 0500 88 88 30 deɛ tɔ so biam yɛ 0244 718 557 0244 718 557 na deɛ twa to so yɛ 0500 88 88 90 0500 88 88 90 na numbers yi a mabobɔ yi nyinaa ɛwɔ WhatsApp enti wo pɛnnuro no pictures ahwɛ a wo deɛ nso ɔbɛsɛnde WhatsApp message send a hi good morning good afternoon good evening no ano ne awie ye be send a no pictures nya de ama wo na bia pese wo kire wo yadem ne ehu se be boa wa me pato na be ye odu ama ya abro so aye 10 seconds now they fan say 15 seconds kra ne atimi atie ne afa mwa bia wo bia ye de aboa wo ne nyina se wo to eduro na ansa na wa ba be frɛ enuro na e pharmacies e wo herbal shops ne drug stores enti koto uto wi afrɛ na ginchiremu na e be boa wo ama ne masisi so ye afa so ye wo agan malamis no ye malaria ne typhoid edro and I say interim fever edro pa me pacho e na ho yo mre pa e wo ho ana fia be gyina bo ana me pacho obota afono wo ye adwuma kakra bi no abrɛ wo poso ye oya wo yam ye oya den ana say wo de ne de se de se ye no e wo ana wo yam atim wonya constipation ana say wo de ne de wonya diarrhea me pacho koto agan malamis na wo to na se wonum aduro we ya wo frɛ na ye kyerɛ na wonum aduro we ya sa malaria na atana so ache entontoma no bro plasmodium falciparum no anase salmonella typhia ono so de typhoid fever na omo tete nipadua no timi tena nipadua ma ne nammoja no brebuom kwa koduru adwene no bo nse wadwene ayo he de kan high fever na anase encephalopathy no me patcho so waduru sa tibia we mu a kona koto agan malamis no na se wonom a niema beye kama ma ama wo haw ni nyina to atwa na wo hoto wa na wo nipadua no ba bia pro titi koduru e bia no wakoto agan herbal tonic no agan herbal tonic no wo nuane nura hodo a we make say flavonoids e wo vitamins trace elements ahodo ma bi te say niacin no ubenya tryptophan no afa so folate and as a folic acid sin wo nyina wo enti sa wa fa fro na wo mojare wakọ anemic when ya say ho ya onipadua no skin no kra sesa me pacho de to agan herbal tonic no na wo to wi a wa frɛ numbers ya mbobo ye ne anu adi nkobo afen so me ka say wo den de bone marrow issue enti da bia no no akọ anemic wa ye ho ya wo nam kra na wutu ahwe anase wo de no iron deficiency wo iron no wo fom pa edroi e wo say nuane nuro ni nyina bia e bebo ama iron na ye balance tu bon se wani so ebriu ene ade nyina to betwa ohun aye obasa ni nyina to betwa ama wanya wa ho den afen so ye ka de twato a ye duro a ye frɛ no Semens Vital Herbal Mixture na ne titru pa ye ka no agan mixture na ne capsules no ha sadro no na eno de ye se eto sen na akosuna de enti eto sen kosuna ne se wo ka agan eye agan so de oto agan bia nim se meto a agan meto de akọ east meto de akọ west enti wo fa edro agan mixture na ne capsules na wonom pe edro no ko ni padua no a se ye ntini mu issue na wo se peripheral neuropathy enti untini mu twetwon woto ase twetwon da bia na na ase ayitititi onsa ayitititi giso ukura wonsam saa na ase wodo na pempem fom wo se ananse acheme me pacho e kyerese moja no wo poor secretion moja no ntimi ne afrusa ne ye to agan mixture ene ne capsules no na frɛ number no na ginkyere mu bi e wo ho esanse entini mu adwumenti no o me masem ne ma to sini wo da form keja ye de wo ye hwe enye ye me pacho de to agan no na je boys code no be mo agina brand se be ma sanso na oba wo mfiti kom o ha wo ho papa before ansa na be confitire no unya premenstrual dysphoric disorder enti da bia wanum ato me mood asesa afen so matin kakura izra me lo libido afen so me tifa pai me sisi mu awe me pa ma ya se twa me papa wa confitire na anka sanso no o se bosume ba ko mitimi confitire mpre no afen so me a me ntwa abra nanso menya amenorrhea absence of menstruation me menses ne mabiem almost say normal be part of normal nyankopon say oba bia from 21 days to 36 days we also mojafino e ba bonten nti wo de na e ma na hefa na ekọ na build up nti afi de bo na ma waist trainer ne ade corset or de aboni mu also opesisifia ne bi de ade me part of ni nyina na say o kwa akoto yedro agan me chane ne capsules no e be boa amma ne ma ye kama ma so oba afi so de ne de hemorrhoids koko na adokro pa na koko na adokro no me kasai wo de no abetuatua atokwan na no
right
afen so ebi okra wo de uja na hu moja wo bright me kasai bright red pa kokokokoko and how de no rectal pro so kokko yi ba na me pato no ne friend hemorrhoids and ase piles koko asa sa bibia besisi wanim bibia besisi wo skin no me pato skin tax and ase hyperpigmentation no nye koko ne de ne woto e no woto kwan no ho no e no na machero no kona koto agan mixture ene ne capsules no na uto wi a oba be frɛ ne ya kyerɛ ne ma wo sɛ wo ye ka ho ebeboa amasa o haw ne nyina to atwa e de ama na ho ɔden no so atima wie pɛyɛ ne nyina sɛ wo kɔ pharmacy herbal shop drugstore na sɛ chemical shop bia na wakɔtɔ aduro ne bi na ye ka ne ye ka sisu biem sɛ pimsan for afei na ye hospital no pimsan herbal hospital no eguso a enhyehyɛ no koso yesi ya dan awie machines ni bi wo ho afei doctor akra machines ni bi eba enya ma ya ne de me pato ye nro no ye ni clinic ba bia sa wo ba ha betobi rura pharmacy bi e ben wo bi te PFA pharmacy okumasi ni road junction no wo konkran so a repair benches ono na dosopo ni nyina wo no ho e na CKM so e wa putoja nro no benya dodo na atu e de agu store maton wo frɛ ya o mo numbers e be ma na bibia e kama de ama ni nyina se wo bo awura de wo de ben wo no ato aduro no afi wabagye nkyeremu a beboa ama niema asisi so ye na wo frɛ ya no akontiawa e de ama ye na bibia e kama number no ye kan twa to okra no de edikan no ye 0244 716 557 0500 88 30 and I was 0244 718 557 and I say was 0500 88 90 kɔtɔ aduro ne bi na aduro ne mmoa wo na enyi wo ha nyina mfiri nkɔma nti sɛ ɔte wɔ baabi ase yɛ sɛ agan a doc de ɔmo bɛgye so ama yɛ akoma bɛtɔ yɛ mpa sɛ ɛto sen na akɔ suna because na adwuma yɛ no saa na ɛte true nitric oxide ne ade ɛwɔ mu no serotonin no etimi boa eyi saa ɔha wɔ nyina mfiri nkɔma
that's me I actually doctor and so mama
obeti pa
ebusia me ba sisi
Gani pesa wala sanika kalilampi.
Promised to 262 district assemblies, financed by the district assembly funds, and implemented by the Ministry of Local Government and the district assemblies. Although they use the 25 logo, we have no jurisdictional control over the market. We are not part of deciding where it goes, and so on and so forth. Eventually, if those markets are established and have the modern facilities that contribute to the supply chain efficiency we want to achieve. Because if you have cold chain facilities, then your vegetables, your perishables, and so on have somewhere to be stored so that we don't lose or add to the 30 to 40% post-harvest losses that we have within the supply chain. So it's a good thing, but for the moment, we have no responsibility whatsoever. So if people sue 24-hour economy authority, we've been sued 4 or 5 times for something that we have no responsibility for. So our lawyer is moving a motion in November to get us to be removed from the defendant's list because we have no jurisdiction, we have no status in the matter, right? So that problem is a problem that the Ministry of Local Government.
I'm here to look at the work that is ongoing. The road from Fiyasi to Sewia, especially to the regional hospital, and the one from Sewia Junction all the way to the Sewia Township, both are under construction. The one from Fiyasi to the hospital has been asphalted, and the other one from the main road, Sewia Junction to Sewia, is also halfway. So great progress is being made, and I'm grateful to the current Minister for Roads and Highways. He promised me that
says so masa baso nti makacho says papa we die oye assets and kasa doctor ya ose aduchum ne kasa ye eye obi a okasa to a unse ne kasa ho te na adwemu nso do nti oba Facebook aye de bibia to na se leg bosomtwe kwan no wakonwa nkofo abonitiri so se nyame ayadom wakwa I am aware Doctor ya ose aduchum die na I am aware say okoha Minister for Roads and Highways Yewura Kwame Abuja ono nso de one minister under John Dramani Mahama obo adwuma pa no Yewura Kwame Abuja minister baako a obo adwuma pa ono road minister. In fact waye adwuma pa nyankopon hira no pa especially say what's in the kra roads no kra na abanda da no enwie but all to aso ye dana se legbuso ntwe kwan no nso ye dana se se wu kwan no ye dana se in fact ye da se ene ye da MP nso ase Dr. ya ose aduchum nyame nhira se ya na MPs no eye so be lobby me ya we bra wa bre e wo sa kwan we hu na nyame nhira Dr. ya ose aduchum ne adwuma oye mame yenko kakre na de ayidi
na emphasize Emma adwumaku a wono makofa nnuane e de aba na aduane nyina eye kraman aduane kraman ne benyina ye fe no waye kama ohia protein fat and fiber wone na bo aduane we min kase ne nipa aduane we abo aduane iti meshewa your 20% protein 10% fiber and afi 10% fat and a 4% fiber eboama abo ne nyini eye fefefe iti we obi a o hwe nkraman na waton nkraman na nkraman wani ji omo hode a ene efre na ye ma omo nuane pani bi 0242663127 0242663127 Easy Brands akofa enioma simple aba tiwa aduane no a eye den ma wo no omama bibia ye easy ye wo easy rice ewo ho easy spaghetti easy mackerel na easy sardine ewo omega 3 oil mu pacho upebi etu a edum ke obenya bi Dr. Mensa Bantama so ame yebutu ho ene Evans ntwetwe komo ewo Sawaba Mama Junction number is 0244244847 0244244847 and 02046468 590 024 nana de adai 0204 468 590 na Easy Brands emwa pacha unya adwuma anye opa adwuma ye vacancy ewo ho akwanya ewo ho factory hand ye beboa wo sanso na wo ye tailor unim adwuma ne kra o kondo se obesua oba ye beboa wo na sesi ya de hia so onsa be kan ye number na wafra yen na ye ne wachiche nkomo 0548 204 776 0548 204 776 and 0594 022 660 yesebra ne yemo ebia na wo ben ahensan atonsu kwan ne so ba bia ben bia no ye chi akwan ne ahensan brewery yene asokwa Baptist asafo no enebo fipam hwehwe yen ewo ho edisa herbal mixture ne capsules ne yenumbom male vitality arthritis na ha onipadua na ana wote yaw ewo nipadua mafichi komo ha obia no usisi ne yawo ya utatena seche kokwaje nipadua na boso edisa herbal ne capsules ene bedi wakagina mu kuma sesechwe ya kira kwan ewo soame mazi hono ma overhead no yene golf filling station no inside mu a hono ma na ehye timpacho bre kuma se na be hwehwe ewo hono na me se capsules ne mixture nyina ye numbom enkran ye wa Bekala Pass ye wo Las Palmas restaurant ne nchen sanso na hwehwe a pizza man echi hono ma ye butu ho sunyane ye wo New Town ye ben Ericus opedodo atu a PFA pharmacy Colinac Freddy Mens Misty Herbal Danny Herbal Zones Chemist any Hub May number ni 0557 009 825 0557 009 824 and 0500 110 155 admissions in progress pacho sorena ko school fa obane ko school enkase ma enya aban school amebubo so nyina ya aban school eti wo makasim o asim fosu ni wadu bia sidonko anofen so takrade shama teshi ewo nkran anasa asim fosu a kasa open St. Richard School St. Luke's wo ho St. Benedict Lighthouse or Golden Gate any St. Andrews ni nyina where Andrews group of companies ena everywhere was in the schools and we bie ni nyina ye aban courses ni bi wo ho free SHS courses ni nyina ye bi wo ho nom pacho fo ani eche ho je number ni sesi a wa obanya school na wani abre wakoda ba bi a wo ho kire wo number ni 0244 69 69 11 0244 696911 and 0207 891 004 na St. Andrew Schools emo ampe school ni bi emao Dank Natural Health and air we
yeah
we obi a unhu belt be ma unhu belt de me se eya na ha dwen yiso okogina hwem no unhu ba bia belt ne bo echi akora hwe a unhu pacho nkase a sign of good living yade me se dank aba or the vital aba eboa ma wafu no akofom wa walusu appetite a untumi ndidi ebeboa wo pa antimax ne so ya madedi yade nipadua ni nyina ye we de a kokope binom fight okay no so beboa wo ama utipaye ni nyina etu ase pacho wo hwehwe echi akwan kumase Misty Herbal any Colinac yebutu ho enkran ye wo Kanshi drug lane sanso ena takrade obehu ye crisis the answer herbal center brekum ye wo Clement Herbal Center sunwane ewo Cap Herbal Center eho ena ye wo ene dan campaign for ntwetwe nkomo 0244 017556 0244 017556 and 0266 593 nemo nana akura no so yehu no yegusu hwe no me pa chaw akura bi aye wayira akura no dodo na nim ne se frɛ ne wura ye frɛ ne se wa money eden no nana we bon say Zaire ana se den Zaire wo hu Zaire ha we de ne metwa pa chaw Zaire ayira Zayo say one money.
Hey, oba no ne da ho no. Hey. Asemo.
Akraketwa pacho wonya mfinhia mienu 2 years.
De mesremo a.
2 years, yes.
Mude ya momfa ne mra Ahenfie ha. Na mfa na say nearest police station. Hey.
Enro ya na akora ni free fie o. Ebra na abo 2:30. Ana ewia na akora ni free fie menim say na wa pon say o mama kwan o mutete fie ntie bia agrodie mu yesere we de nkotodwo information bia woni yeni nkoma na police station bia na Ahenfie ha kra mesro bo yenya no 2 years de ye na we wo fa na koye de asimni mesro fra yen ne ma me number ni 0557 342 389 0557 342 389 mesro momo ye na ye hu akoda no yesere mo a ni din desire se wa mo nana we kro betumi abo ni din ni din
asemo ebi obetumi aka
yes momo ani ye hu no
da se mpacho spare pass woni o manyina ya mo fa mo ni nkyere kentin kro no nsane odum se se no spare pass na aba de ye papa no spare pass ye papa se se ejosuo no from Toyota to Benz to Kia to Honda, Mercedes, Opel car bia ho spare pass ye Philimas Enterprise wo kentin krono odum mpacho enti mo a fitafo ne cars no mo wo in fact home use spare parts papa no Philimas Enterprise ye wo St. Louis echire ho na odum St. Louis New Road na kentin krono nsane engine no body parts obi bia spare parts no Philimas Enterprise affordable so number ni 0249 013-177 0249 013-177 udodu kentin krono nsanie odumni road ho na eja wakase na Jantuah say spare pass ye metobi ye bete so ama the crash nso udru KNUST Senior High School opposite na Meka Buadi into udru Buadi Junction traffic on abuza said the crash Lord K Pharmacy the crash would also me ba Lord K Pharmacy ne duane de no a friend the crash no e duane na de ye wo pa bia wo menya bia di e wo ho na me to me duane local akple bobitadi just a no kama the crash smoothies and juice bar na say Sunday so special mutuo ben kwine tilapia salmon go special your body junction ben KNUST Senior High School now the crash 0597 400-815 Sabroso olive oil no so fabi eye de ope so the ediane or the anointing service so the bibia ye papa no olive oil de do olive oil bia no enye Sabroso olive oil edum ha be bia benya Sabroso tobi Mikado kitchen so ye aduane efie de pa Mikado Plaza ewo Ajekum building basement ewo plaza Abronsan no asepe na Mikado pharmacy any kitchen no so ewo 0550 630 691 ha H&H brands no so yewo emo wo ho yewo mackerel wo ho yewo sardine wo ho H&H brands no ekoyie de ode be jollof ebia supermarket bia no okwa kope mackerel emo bibia H&H 0322 190877 ebusi aye da se Ahenfie komo toaso good morning.